How's it going, Sarah? Loon?
Hello.
Hello, how's your stomach
Concerned.
feeling?
Why are you
What?
concerned?
Why are you concerned?
Now you know because of what happened during the last session.
What? Nothing happened last session. That wasn't too bad. I mean,
Hey, Cyanric, you
Falcone.
wanna you
Uh,
wanna have some smoke leaf with me?
Today on a very special overarms.
Sarek, try smoke
Yeah.
leaf again. He's had it before.
Yep.
I call this one Civil Survival.
I call this West Bay
Silver
demise.
Dream. Dude, West Bay would be a bag of West Bay is just a bag of stems and burnt seeds, so you can't grow
Just,
anything.
just what I wanted as I smoke with my face tearing up, Kalis.
I call this strain a felony.
How's your day? How's your day? And how's your stomach feeling, Loon?
But for stomach is better.
That's pretty good.
Uh, day has been whatever.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking over some of the strengths that my. I was looking to see if I could actually get that love potion. I was super interested in it, but I don't think they sell in the love
All Eye.
potion.
God, what would you name a strand after All Eyes?
That would be the first 500 milligram edible, and it would just be one tiny piece, like one tiny Mike and Ike size piece.
Oh, it's
That's
just
And
All Eyes the Giggle.
the whispers of all eyes,
Oh, you're gonna be hearing whispers, alright.
you're gonna be yours.
or all eyes a stash. Who said touch my shit?
That's someone else. We know that.
There is no CBD. It's 100% THC. There's nothing.
It's
The
not this at
Door
any
Knocker.
percent.
Oh my god,
You
that's a
do
good read.
you do realize like you can't have cannabis at 100% THC because then there's no
Yeah, but
plant.
some
No, you
yeah,
need
but somehow
plants.
all eyes did it.
Quitter talk.
He
Oh, hey,
wants
they
a
do have
little
the love
blood.
potion. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm buying that. I'm buying that. Oh, that's gonna be something for tomorrow.
So
Oh,
like,
This
fuck
is all
yeah.
eyes we're talking about, Dungeon. He's
You
found a
guys talking
way.
about cannabis? Well, yes, we are talking about cannabis. We're gonna make our way to Spiral City tonight. I'm sorry.
At
They
some
were
point,
well, you
yes.
no, don't get mad at me, all right? Someone started talking
who
about
said I was
cannabis.
mad?
Oh, I couldn't tell by the tone. That's
Are
all.
you putting emotions in my mouth?
I couldn't tell by the tone. Oh.
The last two strains I want to talk about, name ideas, is like one of them is going to definitely be Door Knocker. Come on, it's right there.
Junkyard dog would sell better.
No, I
Really?
think
Door knocker tested poorly.
I think Door
When
Knocker would sell
exposed to
pretty
the
well.
same strain.
God's Rockabye. Definitely something you
That
want
would
to
that
say.
would sell.
There's already something called God's Gift, God's Bread,
No,
Lamb of God.
fuck that.
So yeah, so God's Rockabye would also work.
Yeah, fuck yeah. And it's just got an image of Lance doing a cool ass like anima move. There you go. There's your little goofy guy for your little cool goofy mascot guy.
Lance
I don't.
McKinley cheats in tournaments, abuses and harasses the homeless while endangering them, and now
Grimmer
peddles
got hit by the
drugs.
vicious mockery.
Who's the real villain?
I don't know. Hey,
It's
look,
obviously the
Falcone.
demon.
Who's the real villain?
Falcone. I need to step off the hater grade and understand that I already paid you ahead of time for you to brown nose me for advertising.
No,
All
no,
right?
no. You paid me.
I'm talking about drug dealer
Hey,
Lance.
that's
Like
it.
I
You
already
just
paid you
did.
for training.
Ah,
All right, so let's zone in. Welcome everybody to Spiral City. Thank you for letting us have our little yap before our today's session.
okay.
Appreciate it. Let's go over the table real fast to talk about who's doing what. We'll start off with Cynric. What happened last week with in Spiral City Chronicles for Cynric involved?
Cyanric, Travis, and Alfonso fought a proman hired by the Lord's player named Donovan, and we had to do this fight fast because it's gonna blow up in 10 minutes. I had a game plan ready, but clearly so did Alfonso. He took out some animal storage thing and used to get
Oh,
his AP3.
Animal bomb.
Yeah, and because of that, he managed to beat Donovan pretty easily. He even ripped off that guy's soul at one point. But because didn't want any more needless death, he decided to drag down his body with him as the place exploded and then revived him at 1 HP, thus earning him a favor from the Foreman when he needed it. But because of what happened overall, Cyanric's probably a wanted man who's been associated with Koa. And now, once he finds out, and it was like, it's also for this, he's going to strangle him so hard. That's gonna be fun.
Who's gonna strangle him so hard?
Cynic's gonna strangle Edmund.
Well, damn,
That's a
Edmund,
good response.
getting in the crossfire of that aggression. This is Tuesday morning for you, Cyril. So as a reminder, just as I go around the table, where your character was last left off. You had finished that military checkpoint around the afternoon and fled and stayed underground till Tuesday morning. Because right now, as far as our role play with your Cyril, you're just hiding out with Travis and these uh not abandoned buildings
Free
in
radicals.
downtown. Oh my god, that is so good.
Wait, what?
Fucking love you line. No, he made it. He suggested a name. He said it out loud, and I heard it. I'm like, that is a great name. That is a
Yeah.
great
Cool.
name for another group of anima users.
Yeah. Not only that, but it's also based on a song. So
I
dope
know it
points like that.
is. I know it is. That's why I like it. Anyway, back to what we were talking about. They're not abandoned buildings in South Travail. It's in the Travail downtown. It's just one of these high-rise buildings that Travis and his people on the Koa, other Anima users are like monitoring and keeping safe. And just before we go to any other character, I do want to make at least a small mention that while Cyric is here, he is actively getting updates about what's going on across Spiral City with other Anima users. Because as you're here, there are other Anima users hiding out here too, sharing their stories, talking about what their experiences were. You've at least met 50 different Anima users here alone.
You just keep hearing the sound like "Pooh, Grice." Do do.
Well, a lot of them actually praise Cyric too, as he would like be walked around or shown around because they would notice you from the team television and be like, "Oh shit, that's the big dude."
Yo,
They've come to
fight the power, big man.
yeah, they're just big guy, big dude, the large and in charge kind of guy.
Hey, tell me about it. He like probably eat 50 of us and still be hungry.
Edmund Miles, what's your character up to?
Just chillaxing at Falcone's for church for now. Sleeping on the
Go ahead.
uh he refuses and is not even going to go into Falcone's bedroom because that is or the basement.
Okay.
That is grounds for death.
Let's just make it a little bit easier for. Can you explain where your character was and what's been going on with your whole thing for the past few weeks?
Oh yeah, he's been traveling down to the lower spire checkpoint to try to he was going to try to stop Koa, but it didn't work out. And now he's finally here near the checkpoint as far as he can legally go. And it's not looking good.
No. So it's Tuesday morning that you're gonna regroup with not regroup, but have you and Squad Goldschlager work together to go to the lower spire.
Yeah, at least as close as we can get.
Okay.
Like Green Tea's like, yeah, you have fun on your own. I'm gonna stay here with caveman man here. We're gonna walk out like it's no
No,
one's
no.
business.
Green Tea's like, I'd rather go with you guys. I don't want to stay here with the caveman and listen, I keep thinking the building's talking to me. Once upon my head. I don't know, man. I really like this fucking vibe of this place.
Now you're just being
Uh,
racist.
what am I? A charity.
Yes.
Damn it,
Pawns upon my
Lance.
head. And then last, and certainly not least, because you guys are going to be the show starters for this week, Falcone and Lance. Lance and Falcone, featuring Eclipse.
Oh yeah, hey, we forgot about you. How you doing, buddy?
Pushes Lance off the fucking flying machine.
Ah, ah.
He'll
Oh,
figure
yeah, I was
himself
talking.
out.
Ah,
Oh
he'll
no,
be fine. He'll make a deal
guys,
with the silver.
guys, it was just an inch off the ground. I'm
Please,
okay.
Michael, give
I
me
mean,
wings.
it's like an inch off the ground. I'm okay. It startled me. That's all.
No, you died. You fell. That's what
What?
we're going to tell them, Lance.
Now before I tell the force, I get back on the flying machine and fly back to the city. It was a tragic accident, guys. You won't believe me. Falcone just sacrificed himself. That was your force mistake, Lance. Falcone
Would never
sacrificed.
sacrifice itself.
Where we last left off, these two, we were in the underground. We just got done killing the Hive Queen.
The Broodmother?
Yeah, the Brood Mother Hive. Yeah, so got killing all. We got back to the real Spiral Council. They rewarded us with medium-sized life crystals, and the flying machines turned out to be these stone little things that can carry up to 2 people. Lance was the one who figured out how to properly utilize it. And they even hinted out that there was even a bigger flying machine that's hidden within, but it needs 5 users to be present on it.
We don't have the gummy ship parts yet.
No, sadly we do not.
God,
Oh my
fuck!
god, can we ship them?
If I could make gummy ships into Spiral City, you absolutely bet your sweet patootie we have gummy ships.
And it's just gonna look like the Geppetto. We're just stealing the Geppetto's design. Call it the Highwind. Call it a day. Let's
I
go.
actually have a unique name for it. Hold on. I don't mind sharing the name of it because I think it's hilarious where I got the idea for it. But keep going with your
Look back. Yeah. So, um,
Terrific.
we also
Yep, seen a
convinced
bit.
the leaders to like take one of them to the surface since we have access to these flying machines. Spend a week up there and then come on back down to inform the rest of the people. The other one, Tezen, I can't remember his name. It's something T. He officially nominated himself to be the volunteer for it.
No, his name was Colnan.
Conan. Conan took the volunteer for it. And we ended all day at the hotel, this very fancy hotel, eating mukbang.
It was not a hotel. You guys are still in the parish, the
Oh,
main building. You were
oh,
just being treated to a like very lavish area of where their highest of guests would stay. So you're given a nice reward for killing the monsters.
also, we got a phone call from Edmund, informing us what happened with the city, the terrorist action. Simon is on the Simon's on the one, and yeah, that was just about it. Was just basically waking up in the morning. Well, what is to be perceived as the morning. Lance, just, Lance would slowly wake up looking over. You know, Falcone, you don't snore. Or you don't breathe at all. You okay, man? Is that like sleep apnea? Or is that a demon thing now?
I believe it's a demon thing.
He slowly nods before like shifting his weight to his other shoulder. But like, since he like kind of had that interaction, he can't fall back to sleep. So it's like, begrudgingly slowly getting up out of the bed. Ugh. So, did you have that dream too, where like Admin called us to a blood portal, telling us what happened to the city?
It wasn't a dream.
No, Lance, I think that was real before we all fell asleep.
Fuck.
It was very, very real.
And what did they do? Like, you know what bothers me is that they're at their charge for free. What are you, a charity or something?
Falcone will just slowly turn his head towards Lance, the sound of stone grinding on stone audible.
and Lance just looking at him, kind of like still sleepy eye. He's rubbing his eye, trying to get out the gunk. Okay, so I'm in favor to like temporarily pause the whole library visit so we can get back to the city faster.
Yeah, we kinda don't need the place burning down, so where do we keep our stuff?
Yeah,
Micro
I got it.
Micro Novus activates. Hey, Novus speaks up. I need you guys still to go to the Grand Library.
Lance will take out the micro Novus from his pocket. Look, Novus, hear me out. We'll be back here down here in a week. We have like one of the head honchos, Kovan, Cornell,
Corvus.
Tornon.
Conan. Yeah, that guy. One of the big three honchos. We have to come back down here. So can you like I don't know, chill and wait for a week?
In that time, is there a chance that either one of you would be going to the Nelcro district?
Yes, yes, there
Lance,
is.
Lance, he like kind of like yeets the fucking pad towards the mini pad towards Falcone when like the mention of the Nelco district. He's all yours, Chief. Look,
Finally.
don't blow, yeah, don't blow up the city, or like I don't know, cause a uptick in mutants. All right.
No, I don't think there'll be much of an uptick.
Look, I live with mutants all the damn time in West Bay. I don't want them seeing
Oh,
them.
don't be racist.
Oh,
Can
my
you
God.
believe this mini Novus?
Can't believe. Radsick was also a mutant that was discriminated against by humans, and turned out to become a terrible criminal due to such atrocities placed
Oh,
upon him.
I know.
Oh,
Can't believe Lance McKinley, champion of the Spiral City tournament, racist. Record that for the Spiral Net.
you'll take Micro Novus to the surface. I won't be able to keep connection with him whilst he's on the surface, but you can reestablish connection back at the Nelcro district.
Sounds like a plan.
Sure, you just need like some kind of ID pass or something from you.
He already has all the certifications,
Oh,
the
so
security
quick
checkpoint
question.
certifications.
You mentioned earlier that the place is rebuildable, right?
I believe he said
I mean,
self-healing.
The building area is self-healing, correct. Designed with
okay,
nanobot technology left by the true
Nanobot.
Novus.
okay, but like this building was collapsed because like all eyes, Lance looks around of it, died. I think there was a lot of it in that area. How did the
The
building
issue
survive?
you're having is that doesn't make any logical sense. Nothing would interfere with the nanobots reconstructing the area. It's very likely, no matter what structural damage you've done to the facility, it will never be enough unless you whole scorch the area with some sort of nuclear deterrent and or completely atomizing the area.
The fuck is nuclear?
It's a fair question. I can't get into the specifics of what nuclear energy is to you. All you need to know is you need a lot of anima power, if that makes sense to you.
Look.
You'd have to punch it really, really hard, Lance.
No,
Alright.
it's invincible being punched. It's the problem.
Okay,
That's the
guys.
only way he's gonna understand it.
Semantics. Guys. Regardless of how much I need to punch, which I can't do the punching, don't worry about that. Falcone, I need to see you within a week. Because.
Oh, are we splitting up?
Yeah, we're splitting up when we get back to the surface. You want to go to the Narco district. I gotta go
Well,
do some.
first I've got to deal with the damn freeloaders, but yes, I have to go to the Necro District.
Okay, if you're going to Travail, can you take the can you escort VIP to Travail?
Oh,
Take
damn
him
it.
to the can you please take him to Squad Zero? It's the best and safest place I can think of.
So what? We're just going to dump a stranger on Juniper going, hey, Juniper, here's a magic underground man who's actually part of the Rail Spiral Council. Okay, bye?
Cliff speaks up. I think that's a poor plan, especially since
That
we
is
need to
a...
keep an eye on him. If
Okay,
you need
that is
someone
a
to
very poor
babysit him,
plan.
then Lance, you should be the one to do it, because you're the one who took on the responsibility too.
Yeah. Okay. I know that, but I was gonna hit up West Bay. You think I want to take him to West Bay of all places? I need to go see if because I need to go to see if my place is still salvageable, or at least I can get the land deed out of that place. Because my dad and mom told me a long time ago they bought the fucking house deed, and I don't want to lose that place to like some scavenger or worse off, a fucking pack of pygmies. All right, Lance takes out Hamilton from his pocket. You little shits on taking my house.
They're already pulling copper out of the wall.
The Hamilton is just struggling underneath Lance's grip.
Ah,
Lance
You
puts
got
him back
nothing
in
on
his pocket.
me. Nothing.
Lance puts him back in his pocket.
they're kind of racist.
Look, if you're
Welcome
gonna go back to West Bay, that's fine. Just I'll take care of the guy. I don't think we should leave. Shouldn't leave the VI. We shouldn't leave Conan with just random anybody. The impressions that he'll have in Spiral City are important. Though I do think it should be a Spiral City native that takes him around Spiral City, not an outsider
Look,
like me.
God, who's more Spiral City than you, Lance?
oh yes, because West Bay is totally recognized by the city as an actual district.
Just lie
I
to him. Just fucking lie to him.
Look, Mr. Travail himself right over here and looking at me. I'm sure you have way more fucking anything than that. Come on. Look, besides, you're acting like Squad Zero, which has Juniper, one of the nicest ladies I've ever known, and yada yada, strictest guy I know ever known. Alright? Besides, once you guys tell them what's going on, I think they understand. It's not like someone's gonna attack the fucking place because they got some beef with me. That'd be stupid. Come on.
The hell is foreshadowing?
Oh, Lance doesn't realizing his nose is leaking from both nostrils. Oh.
Lance, do your thing in West Bay. I'll take the guy. I'll take him to Travail. Okay?
Hey, while you're doing that, make sure to tell Michael I'll be okay. All right? I
Shit,
don't want him having a.
you really telling everybody else to do your job, huh? You were just
I can't.
shrugging
Michael,
responsibilities.
please be my heart so I don't have to pump my own blood.
Oh fuck off! If you were there, would you have made me a new heart? Hey DM, can he make me a new heart out of blood?
The wind is quiet.
I take the silence as a resounding no.
They'd be
Falcone.
pretty mellow
Oh,
though.
now you're just putting words in the wind's mouth. That was
You
neither
wouldn't
a
need
yay
a
or a nay.
you wouldn't need a heart if you were a demon.
Yeah, actually, forehead.
So,
Gets up and
huh?
starts leaving the fucking room.
Well, Eclipse looks
Also,
over at Falcone. Well, at least we know where you're going with that device.
Also, Eclipse, I can't talk to him. I can't communicate to the Pantheonic Force. That's why. Boom! Mind blown.
Something.
Wow, must suck not being able to call your partner.
All right. Well, let's not
Partner,
spend any more
business
time than we
stuff?
need to.
Ooh,
Yeah,
associate.
let's spend out more time than we need to. We already have our flying vessels to get out of here. Let's go pick up Conan and leave.
Sounds good.
Lance is like already at where the breakfast area would be, and he's already eating the better food.
There's no breakfast area where you are. It's just
Oh,
you guys are in like a dormitory, large apartment, not large apartment, but like a large suite. Had multiple beds for you guys to sleep in, and it's a large enough space for you guys to have in your own little sense of room, a literal room space in an open floor space. Once you're done sleeping here, there's the obvious door to leave. You guys exit. Find that the architectural design is still the same, just these rather pale white fluorescent tiles that cover every surface of the floor and ceiling and walls. They're smooth white fluorescent, and anytime any of you take a step, it always leaves a color trail behind each of you. Lance has this weird color that's sky blue, and Eclipse is silver, Falcone is red, that drips like blood red across other tiles that he didn't even touch stand on.
Lance kind of stops a bit when he notices the colors. He takes out Hamilton and puts him on the floor. Go ahead, little guy, walk.
He takes a couple of waddles forward as the piles stay the same. Oh,
Huh. Picks him back up. I wonder why that's. Wonder why that's the case.
oh.
Puts him back in the bucket.
down.
Unhand me, you scoundrel!
You just keep him in your pocket.
Yeah, that's how he was safe the entire way through.
Oh, it's gonna smell like ball sweat.
No, actually, he doesn't smell anything. Actually.
While you guys are in this hallway making your way down, you can see the several guards that make up the premises. They look at you guys approaching and stand at salute for each of you. The guards are wearing that more polished metal steel. It has leather straps to it, and it's more designed for fighting and combat. These armor seems like it's not just ornate or pretty to be pretty. They do stand impressively in the hallway and allow you guys to pass across them, as you guys are not prohibited in the area that they block off. Though you guys make your way to where you remember what the amphitheater was. The amphitheater is led to you by this series of lights above your forehead, above your not foreheads, sorry, above your heads. Because whilst the whole ceiling has this pearlescent white surface, it also has the streaks of different colors as a guiding point. So when you instinctively look up, you can see underneath some of the phrasing a direction and a color leading you to it, like an amphitheater, this direction. Uh, library lift this direction. Dormitories go back. It's a heads-up display that notices the direction you're walking and gives it to you in a real time. And so
Really beautiful.
mhm, once Falcone, Lance, and Eclipse make their way to the amphitheater entrance, the several guards as well as the parisian of people trying to make their way in the amphitheater look at you guys until you meet the guards once again. Each of them dipping grabbing a little bit of the water from within the basin and splashing the back of your hands as per protocol.
Ugh, those stings like a bitch.
It's a
Ugh.
mildly annoying feeling for sure. At least for Lance and Eclipse. Falcone doesn't really feel a thing, but it's rather annoying to be sprayed.
To wipe it off on his coat. Ugh. I hate that feeling.
You guys return back to the amphitheater and see
Mhm.
that all the council members are still sitting there, or have returned to be sitting there. It'd be the hymn of faith playing in the background, as the chorus of singers would be echoing across the amphitheater itself. Coleman, the young adult in yellow, speaks up. Ah, welcome, life warriors, back to the council amphitheater. I
I hope
am
you're
ready
all
for my
rested up.
ready for my departure.
You're also packing those 10 small life crystals, right? We uh we don't really have life crystals back on the surface. Just a heads up.
As is an interesting development to know. I will be
Maybe you'll
provide.
find.
He takes out a satchel and presents it. I am going to be providing you the satchel. It has 10 life crystals in it, as requested.
Fantastic. As for the whole visit to the active library, I'm afraid, Councilman and lady, I request to this active library from a week from now. There are more pressing matters that need to be attended to.
We will see. We require that you bring back Conan within the week.
Of course. Thank you for your high trust in us. We won't let you down.
Conan nods at his group consoles as he steps down from his area and pedestal and approaches you guys. As he takes his steps down from this pedestal area, it becomes kind of obvious to each of you that because his height was definitely exaggerated from the where he was standing, and it becomes pretty fucking obvious that dude's not like he's a short king for sure. He's just also very young looking. If you were not convinced by earlier by his voice being a little bit deepish, you would have assumed this guy was a kid. I'm ready to take a departure with you guys.
All right.
I'm ready to take my departure with you, Life Warriors.
All right. Some. As we can walk and talk about this. Some stuff. Real quick. Lancelot McKinley points at Eclipse, and Bishop Father Falcone.
Falcone
You
will nod his head.
you should kind of refrain from calling us life warriors when you're up in the surface. I don't know what kind of ramifications of that kind of stuff being said out loud is. Anima users will be calling us anima users will be just as fine.
I understand.
Plan to have you we plan to have you kind of sheltered around a particular location called Travel. It's kind of like the Undertown, with how you say, as a residential district. People walk here now. You'll be
Prevail.
yeah. If you wish to be seen to other parts of the city, um, Eclipse will happily help you with that. But for a bit, I'm afraid I can't really be helping with that whole thing. I need to go back home to where I'm from to check on some stuff. And
I have to go. My district needs me.
yeah, I have to go. My district needs me, and Lance just slowly just gets teleported upwards as the frame
Lifted
just
out of frame.
yeah,
But
right
you
out
can
of
see the
frame.
animation cell.
Falcone, do you have the
And like,
inventory space for Micro Novus?
If not,
I
I
thought he
can
was a
get
key
rid
item.
of something.
I thought it was a key item.
That's the thing. He's a unique key item. He does take an inventory slot.
Oh, piece of shit.
Yes, that's what I'm getting across. Yes. No, Porta Novus was created as an inconvenience. Come on. Anima powertrain.
Uh, as for
Yeah, I in fact have 2 inventory spaces.
as for Falcone, he also has his own.
Micro Novus.
I am sure he would accompany you guys back to Travel.
What
As
are you
after
volunteering me for?
no, I'm telling him that you're going to be going back to Travel with Eclipse, but after that you're going to be doing your own business. But you would reconvene with us within the week.
Yeah, where do we want to meet up?
In a week, back at the hole.
Yeah, alright. I mean, we could meet somewhere and then come to the hole together, but
Oh yeah, that's way better. Your church?
yeah, we'll do my church.
Yeah, no problem. We'll meet up back at your church within a week. We also need to convince. Let's see, Juniper and okay, what do you think? Edmund and Juniper or Edmund and damn, Cyano's a criminal, so it has to be Juniper now.
Hey,
I'm sorry, Lou. It's just that Lance doesn't know the context.
That's a mighty big cut from you, Mr.
wow,
Terrorist.
Lana doesn't trust Steinberg. Oh,
Yeah, you know who
that's
doesn't judge
hurtful.
you? The demon.
Yeah, the dude who wants to push a deal on you all the time. Yeah, sure.
No, I'm just making sure people know that if the offer's on the table. Mister, I have to make a deal with the silver just to get the heart. I didn't ask for anything better. You could ask for a new body, forehead.
Uh, talk to the head of this peasant then. Jesus Get off my back about that. I was dying. Oh, hey, can I
That
get a
is
bigger dick
no
too?
excuse.
Let me get a heart and a bigger dick while I'm at it, alright?
Yeah,
Jesus.
why not? Double up. What's he gonna do? Say no? The silver obviously wanted ya.
Okay, Falcone. The next time I get my hands on some kind of blessing that isn't silver, I'll make sure to double up just for you, alright?
There you
I actually will.
go.
Jeez. Anyway,
I've
we're gonna
only
try to
died
convince
several times.
we're gonna convince Juniper and we're gonna get Edmund to come back down here so we can try to see what we can do for that ship. Is that a plan, guys?
Are you assuming I'm just gonna come back down here of my own fruition then?
You literally are the only other person in this whole city who has one of these sky vehicles. Yes,
I could just choose not to fly her back here.
I will. I will. I will find Cywick so I can bitch to Michael about. You know what? I can even enter the fucking this place of Silver just to have them call up Michael to bitch at you. All right?
You know who doesn't micromanage Eclipse? The Red.
Yeah, it sounds like he just
Wait,
lets you off the leash.
Cyric looks over. That's Cyric. We're talking about Cyric, so yeah. Eclipse looks over at Falcone and goes, "I can't tell if you're champion of Red now.
Oh, yes, I believe that's what happened.
It's
Wait,
really
hold on.
fucking hard to tell. You don't really seem to have changed, if anything."
Racist.
No, Falcone just gives him that dead-eyed smile. No, there have been changes, I assure you.
I was like, you sure he hasn't been a champion of Wet this entire time?
Yeah, maybe I just didn't mention it.
Yeah. I mean, like, what was that doing the last fight we had? But like, fucking
Hey
me
Lance,
alive.
hey Lance, close your hands.
Yeah, sure.
Now take a peek in your cupped hands.
Lance looks at his speaking hands.
AP2, flashbangs, Lance.
Why do I keep falling for this?
Anyway, you guys are ready to depart?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Alright. The Congo line would be Falcone takes the lead as we fly behind him.
I've got no problem with it.
Yeah, because you're the only one who can see in the dark. You know what? Wait, hold on. Maybe we shouldn't fly back. Maybe we should like start like walking on, because like those extendable ladders, right? Do you think we could like start making like a pathway towards the village, or was that a bad idea?
We got here fine enough on foot. We don't need to add ladders and make it easy for others.
Fair enough.
Edmund
Alright,
will be fine. He can
Edmund will
fly,
be
right?
fine.
I
the
thought he could
point is that
fly.
I'll let him. I'll let him. You know what? You know, if you give me such attitude and ask about like the lack of blessings I got from the silver, go talk to Edmund. Why didn't Edmund gain pale fucking animal wings to fly around because of the blessing of the green?
I don't know, but you see, I'm not down here with Edmund right now, am I? I'm down here with you, Lance. Well,
Because I
you're
wanted to
down
be.
here with me.
If I knew
Oh,
if I knew Mothman was an option, I would have taken Mothman as my green.
okay. Hold on with that, Evie. I swear to your great Bishop Father Falcone, if I don't hear from Edmund that you talked his ear out about all the tiny little mistakes he could have done to bitmax himself, I will punch you in the balls to see if that reacts to you.
It's a shame you won't do any damage, eh?
Let's
Eclipse
get the
looks at
fuck.
Eclipse looks at both of you guys as you both notice that Eclipse has Conan on his back. You guys you guys gonna mount up
Yeah,
or
You love me if I was a Mongolian death worm.
Lance. Lance snaps his fingers to make sure promise appeal. Yeah, I'm mounting up.
Yeah, we should go.
and Mudskipper summons to Falcone as he whisks his hand. Oh
This melts out of the ground.
yeah, that's better. It melts out of the ground.
So I'm guessing you don't really come out these places that often, eh?
As Conan's sitting on the back of the vehicle, he has his hands kind of holding over Eclipse's shoulders, going, I've never really written any of these things before."
I don't think anyone has in the last several thousand cycles, maybe? We're making
You're
history
just
here.
say you're just saying numbers, aren't you?
I have no idea what those numbers mean.
Welcome to Lance McKinley. Please enjoy your stay.
I don't have to listen to the entire time, right?
Banana phone. Do 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 do. Banana phone.
You guys
I
begin
want
to
that.
f- you guys begin to
Oh,
fly through the area. You find that whilst you glide around in these machines, like on the air riders, you find it's very easy to maneuver. Actually, anytime you guys need to do agility checks, they're always going to be on advantage unless there's a specific reason why. And if you
Okay.
start combat on these things, you get a bonus to your initiative. It is a flat +3.
Ooh. Oh,
Yeah,
the
these things
combo mix.
these things are if you get off the bike, no, not the bike. If you get off the aircraft for combat, then you don't get to keep the bonus.
Okay, so always
Hey,
start
Lance,
combat.
can you do drive-by punching?
Don't tempt me, Falcone. I see a target that's right next to me to figure that out.
Falcone will just open his mouth and a spark lights in the back. Hi, mate.
Fucking guards walking by. He's like reeling back a punch. Huh? No, 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 no. We got way more important things to do.
Eclipse leads you guys to go high up into the ceiling, as he would reveal to you guys that the ceiling has this glass panel area that the councilman orders to have the glass roof open by mechanisms beneath and below by unseen hands. And as the roof opens up for you guys, you are led through the roof ceiling and find that your vehicles they can go into height for sure. They don't have a large altitude without hovering over solid pieces of ground. You guys can maintain at highest 40 feet in the air. Otherwise, you dramatically drop to about 40 feet above ground or above any surface. These are more like hovercrafts. They definitely go to the sky when you push them, but if you're just regularly flying forward, they tend to be more of a hovercraft than flying up in the air. You
Well,
can
it's a good
fly
idea.
into the sky, but it's when you start spending your AP, that's when you like imagine like a motorcycle, right? The motorcycle at its base value does not value. You know what? Not even a motorcycle. Pod racer. The pod racer, when you start it up and whatnot, it hovers off the ground normally, accelerates, and it keeps off hovering off the ground, and it can go into the air too, a pod racer, but it can't keep in the air for long. It's only for a small brief moment before, gravity pulls you back down. The aircrafts, however, that you guys float with, you guys can spend anima power or the life crystal that's already in it to maintain flying around. So you can perform dogfights. They're not for long or shouldn't be for too long. You can also use it like a hovercraft and fly a large distance easy.
Well, there goes my idea of flying through the districts pretty fast.
Well, you can still do that. Like I said, you can still process them like aircrafts. Just know that it's going to cost AP. Why did I get
You have a
notification?
car.
Yee.
Mine just busted. It starts making the zero system boot up sound.
Fucking video. Is that Britney Spears?
I think so.
Dear God. Going all out in my vitals. Let's fly.
Yeah, you guys begin to race out of the top of the building, down its surface, and are able to easily navigate back to the parish court, like the parish stretch. If you guys follow the same path as you went previously, you get to the other side of the village in relative ease. On foot, it would have taken you guys about maybe 20 or 30 minutes of walking without interruptions. Whilst you fly these hovercrafts, however, you guys are just kind of zooming the fuck around with little to no fucking worry. You can dip and dodge people easily. Everyone watches in astonishment as the three of you
Coming through. Lance pops a bit of a really.
Yeah, you
Sorry,
pull it real easy.
sorry. Just wanted to see if I could do this. Does like a pops a really? Looks like he fucked up, but he actually does a full 360 spin in the air, mini spin in the air, and then flies
Make an
back
agility
forward.
check at an advantage.
Oh, dexterity, right?
Congratulations, Lance. You're now a Mustang driver. You killed 7 people.
Yes. Dexterity.
Dexterity, sir. Yeah.
Yes.
Damn it, Edmund! I didn't need the
At
world
advantage.
to know I rode a fucking Mustang. Whew, that was a 6 looking.
you're able to keep that really unique move, but that other than if you push any further, you're gonna eat face to the cement.
Yeah, no, Lance is not going any further. He's just like.
It's like when you pull off a really interesting stunt, but then the front wheel moves a little bit more wobbly than you're used to being for stable. Your heart just jumps out of your throat for a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how you just felt for that one moment before coming back to reality and going, okay, I'm just gonna start skating normally. You find that there's no drain on your anima power, guys, as you continue to surf through. Eclipse is enjoying himself, laughing and enjoying the wind as Conan is bewildered as he's watching in a great, deep, abated breath. Falcone, how do you feel about racing through?
Oh, I'm not much one for racing. My luck, I'd crash into something. Falcone's got his mind on what he's gonna do after he's out of that hole.
Oh my god, it's like Darth Maul flying on his speeder and it's just he's just
Yeah,
staring real serious. My church, not
almost
paid.
refusing to have fun on it.
My god, it's starting to look less like the fish motif and more like a Sith fucking vehicle. But yeah, no, you guys find yourselves easily skating, not skating, but powering right out of the out of Undertown. And like I said, barely any noticeable change in your performances. The anima power that you guys need to power these things, Larry is hurt. Uh, the anima power required to power these things
Larry, no.
don't seem to be draining or anything. And for the most part, you guys are just able to do all this with relative ease, like flying around and such. Because again, I imagine you guys are hovering around more than anything.
Well, the quickest way out is usually up. Well, a straight line between 2 points.
And as you guys race back into the large cavernous area that you were previously, you find that there are barely any monsters in this area at the current moment. Though they're never too far away, and even your superhuman senses, Falcone, can detect that fucking around and finding out isn't the option for today.
No.
No. No, we had our fill killing muck things. We'll be back here next week to wipe out the population. Yeah, like Lance would be like
Next
at
week,
11
though,
move.
on site.
Yeah,
You
next
guys
week Lance
see
goes
the
to.
giant hole above you guys? You can see that it's bright time, equivalent to our IRL daytime. It's, light time, bright time. And you can see that the hole itself, you can tell it's bright time because there's light coming from the top half of the surface. Conan's like, this is where the mukfangs are. I've never really seen none of them around. I've never seen one before.
Uh, well, consider yourself lucky that we don't get. It seems like we're lucky then. There doesn't seem that many of them passing by this area. We should
I
get.
hope Larry's okay.
We should boogie the hell out as fast as we can before they start making rounds.
Hey, Falcone, the cliff speaks up. Can you try riding on the wall?
Why don't you
You're the
ride on the damn wall?
well,
I
because
don't
I
ride
have
the
the
damn
passing.
wall, says Lance.
Well, no, wait, let
Lance
you
is
do it.
riding on the wall. Yeah, I'm doing it.
So you start to ride across the top of the wall. So you guys are facing going up to the surface again. You begin to accelerate, trying to make leverage this way, and then kind of
Uh-huh.
skirt upway to the wall, up the wall. As you do so, I need you to make a regular dexterity check. Your advantage is getting disadvantaged due to a thing called gravity. And
Fuck you, gravity.
you find that you're
Alright.
able to push the your scudder strong enough in order to keep onto the surface of the wall and continue to act as if that was this, that is not, pushing, gravity's not pushing against you at the current moment. You're moving fast enough for that to be ignored. And Lance, you begin to skirt upward.
They would all hear Lance screaming.
Clips looks at Falcone. Okay, I guess I'll go next.
It's really dangerous. Don't do it.
we could just, I guess, like, try to fly up instead of just ride
Yeah,
up.
why don't we just fly up? We have flying machines. This is what happens when you give a D4 any ideas.
Okay, well, let's see
Hell
how
to
far
ask
we
for
can
being
push
totally
these
daunted.
things. Um, you guys find the mechanism to like jettison upward, and you can
Yeah,
find that these things can jump upwards of 80 feet into the air, like on sitting. So they can jump really fucking high on sitting.
jump good.
Hmm. So they jump really high up into the sky, and once they're up in the air, both of you have to accelerate forward, expending anima energy and letting the life crystal burn out too. As both of you do so, the engines in the back of your both respective vehicles begin to explode with four turbine sort of energy particles, two from the life crystal and two from the anima power. As you
Their
guys
little fishy tails swing really fast.
yeah, and it just shoots you guys upward, flying across without any surface to touch. Falcone, you'll need to drain 1 AP to continue this maneuver, as Eclipse has done so.
Okay.
And
Okay.
Lance, you watch as they accelerate past you. They're going way faster than you.
Woo! That's pretty bad. I'll catch up to them. I don't need to speed up.
Lance, you're still hugging onto the wall, circling around up over here,
Mm.
as Eclipse and Falcone would have flown all the way up high as they could, then turning around and having to re-navigate where they're going to fall down towards. Whilst they're in the air, they both have their advantage for their dexterity checks. There will be dexterity checks here. Eclipse is going to roll.
Come take your free ride. Come
Come on and take a free
on, free
ride.
ride.
I'm trying to get to his character sheet, sorry. There it is. Here's his dexterity check at an advantage. He rolled an 11. He lands ideally right at the edge of the edge of the cliff face where you guys began your adventure very long ago. Lance would have normally driven up there by the wall, and Falcone, make a dexterity check at advantage for me.
I think that's a D8 for me.
You can junction if you'd like.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
All right. Come on and take a free ride.
Thank God for advantage.
7 and 10. So 17, not 15, because I'm taking the highest of the D8s you
Right.
rolled and the highest of the D12s you rolled. So that's is a 17. And you do manage to, with a flare of hell's fire coming behind you, all three of you manage to land in the relative the same location. The ongoers and lookers stand astonished. Whoa! Oh, you guys came out from the hole. Whoa! And there's just men, women, children all staring in astonishment. Conan watches and looks around. Ah, what is that smell? As he suddenly gets the whiff of Spiral City. You guys are not, you guys are like hovering off the ground, staying like, not like completely off the
Wait, what's the
ground.
door uncle?
The door are still parked here.
Ah, fantastic. So Lance is like lightly, you know, no, he actually like gets closer to the ground, disembark off a sure promise to snap it out. All right.
Everyone just keeps watching in astonishment.
Uh, welcome to, welcome Saul to Spiral City.
He takes a look up at this giant spire. Whoa, what is that?
That would be the thing we were referring to, Saul.
Falcone will gently land his little fish ship, get out, and just lock eyes on the crowd.
The crowd would get fucking scared of Falcone as that Ozzy Osbourne looking motherfucker just gives a stare down. And I won't have a charisma check. You demonic heritage is just enough as the tag, as everyone gets the picture to leave the area immediately and stay the fuck away from you.
Yeah, this ain't no show. If you're gonna be hanging around here, you're the challenge. You know, get close to the I said as close to the hole you can get. by the way, here's a pro tip: there is a bottom. You will die.
He's lying.
Oh
I
yeah,
swear I
he's
had a
also blind.
visual for you guys at the ledge.
Lance like, oh yeah, of course I'm lying, right? Goes to the door knocker, sees if it's still locked and what everything's okay.
I have a map area for gridiron though. Did you guys ever see the ledge? Other than this photo, I thought there was something like the door knock. I had an image of the door knocker. Oh, I'm
No,
thinking of the main screen. That's what it is.
no, you never have.
Okay.
Yeah, so like Lance would take out Hamilton. See, little guy, we got you out of here.
Oh.
You're back on the surface.
I will speak well of you to my people.
He tries to fly
You
away.
kidnapped
Well
me!
well, Pinky, where do you think you're going?
Huh?
Alright, we ain't done here yet. I need you to go deliver the door knocker back to my police department.
You're to trust me to drive your car.
Aren't we going to take that to Travail, Lance?
Yeah, because I can't just leave the door knocker here.
No, send him on his
Also,
way. Lest you inconvenience him further and draw the wrath of his people upon you.
I mean, like, he's only going to speak kindly about me, and I plan to give him like at least half my paycheck to go deliver the car. Of all the things
Oh, there's
still in
gold?
it. Yeah, those. Oh, no shit, there's going to be gold involved.
Okay, fine. I guess I can drop the car off.
Lance would go to the back seat and drop off both the relics, the broken armor and the armor and the broken greatsword into the back. All right. You know what the Surveyor Police Department is, right, Emerson?
Dummy.
Hold on 1 second.
What's going on?
What's... Oh, welcome back, dude.
Oh no, I've been here. I've just been
Let's go gambling.
Lance, why are we sending the pygmy away with the car when we need the car?
Wait, I thought you guys were just gonna fly to Travail. It'll be fast.
No!
Okay then, if that's the case, sheesh.
The walls have eyes. They don't like it when you fly.
Lance hands over the door knocker instead
I
to
was under
Falcone.
the impression too we would be flying around. Conan speaks up.
No, the
Well,
walls
apparently-
have eyes. They
Apparently,
don't
yeah,
like it when you fly.
Lance would hand over the keys to Falcone. All right then, you take everyone back to Travail then.
It's a long ass drive.
Yeah.
Would you rather either get shot down by the eyes or whatever the spire does when you fly? Because Lord knows they make a new law every day.
Well, we
Well,
weren't gonna fly in the air, right? I mean, we could still probably get more speed than the door knocker on these things on the ground.
Well, that won't attract attention.
yeah, that totally
That
won't.
is right. Well, I guess the door knocker it is. That doesn't already attract its own attention.
What are you talking
It's
about?
a common sight, though.
Yeah, and look,
It draws
Lance
less
would-
attention than flying fish.
An
Lance would flip
armored
on the
APC with a military turret doesn't call more attention than the flying fish.
Lance would
No,
also
because
turn
you
on-
expect the military APC, not the goddamn flying fish.
Lance would also turn on the police siren.
It gets a
Yeah.
little bit more quiet because you forgot to change the battery.
At least the lights are still flickering, right?
Just a bit. They're getting
Okay,
faded.
good. Okay. Well, you guys want to go do that? I'll see you back in Travail.
Where are you off to?
He said
Like I
back
said,
to his house.
Yeah,
Oh.
West Bay. Like I said, there's got to be the deed still back at my place, so I don't want some land grubbing bastard stealing my place underneath my feet. Lance would look at Hamilton. Well, little guy, guess it's all goodbye.
And what the
Don't say
heck?
I don't say I kidnapped you, because you literally came down to find us. All right?
You made it equal after you brought me back alive. But you did kidnap me.
I totally didn't.
Hamilton flies off.
Thank you, little guy. Lance snaps his fingers. Calls up Shore Promise. I'm not gonna fly. I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna go straight to
Alright.
the I said, win gridiron, so I know a secret passageway to bypass, checkpoints. I'll make sure to keep under the radar.
Don't do anything stupid, Lance, Eclipse yells. You're gonna be by yourself.
Hey, I'm just picking up a deed.
I'm going to give Edmund the keys to your car.
Well, if you're gonna do that, make sure to remind him that once I get back, I'm gonna punch him for my keys back.
All right.
Later, later, Jersey. Lance just drives away. He does a quick heel flip as he's flying away. Like he skate. What is it? He starts.
So when you
doing
say
some
fly
stuff
away, are you saying you're hovering or you're actually
Hovering.
going into the air?
hovering away. He's not flying. He's staying on the ground.
As you begin to
He's
fly
like,
away, Lance, you feel like there's something gnawing at the back of your brain, but you tend not to think about these things. You're more focused on handling business, going back home.
I'm not flying. I'm on the ground. That's
Yeah,
close.
I know, I
Hovering.
know. Hovering, you're hovering towards back to West Bay, and you're catching a great speed.
That's why I
Uh,
think of the Jetsons.
whilst you're hovering away, Eclipse looks at Falcone. So I guess we're going to West Bay. I'm sorry, I guess we're going to Travail though.
Yeah, that sounds like the plan. I've got to make sure those damn freeloaders don't wreck up the place.
So you're gonna
I
drive?
believe they want us to stay there. Oh yeah, why the hell not? Can you drive? Do you want to drive?
No,
Micro Novus, can you drive?
my,
And before you say anything fucking smart, I'd plug you in.
I retract my statement then. I
Yeah,
am
yeah.
uploaded to the network now, and I have full access to. You hear Micronover speaking as normally. Normally he speaks like a pygmy, but at the current moment he's connected to the spiral net,
Oh,
having full access to himself.
oh, so you're yourself again? Minus the body.
More or less, but you must understand. I'm now Macronovus, so I am going to become my own set of identity and personality. And at the current moment, I have temporary admin access under Porto Novus's authority and abilities. Getting back to the Nelcro district will be our highest priority.
Exactly.
We don't need to spend time in Travail. You should get to the Nelcro district immediately.
No, we're going to drop off. Or we could just tank the junkyard dog to Nelcro District. He's already gone. He can't stop me.
I was like, wait, hold on.
Eclipse looks concerned. Hey, wait, we said we get this
The
guy
door's
somewhere
locked.
safe.
Oh, we'll leave
Don't
him
lock
at
the-
Travail with Edmund.
Wait,
Besides, I'm not talking about you. Though you could come if you want.
I'm not going to go to the Nelcro district. No, I'm not going
Oh,
back
you're no
there.
fun.
I need to go back to East Bay. I haven't had a smoke leap session in a couple of days. But
You
I'm
know
going to go
what,
back to...
Chomp, you do you.
Yeah, I'm going to worry about that when we get there. But lead the way if you're driving.
Well, yeah, you know what? Let's see. Let's see what happens, eh?
Falcone, you sit in the driver's seat of the door knocker. It feels a little awkward because you got to readjust for what Lance usually sits with. As you finally get
Actually
comfortable,
screwing up his ass groove.
Lance is like midway through. He crashes into the wall because he feels his ass groove being destroyed.
you begin to turn on the truck that is the door knocker, the APC, and it roars to life. She's a feisty
Yes, yeah.
bitch.
Yes, you're not dealing with Lance today, though. You mechanical beastie. You're dealing with me.
It hums, waiting for the command to go to drive as you back up, reverse, get into a good position, and drive off into the drive into driving out from the small enclave that was where the hole is for the Catacombs district, leading back to the Gridiron area that you guys all know in the streets. Oh, let me move Lance over because Lance is scooting forward, going through the city districts that you guys cannot because you're much larger. Lance, you're able to use sidewalks in order to get through areas that cars would normally not be able to traverse, speeding up yourself as fast as you can. The audience, people watching you go by, the different types of civilians and gang members and material workers, the people you would find in Gridiron, they all watch in a big eyes as you go, "Excuse me, coming through." Yep, yes, it's just your
Lan-
local neighborhood Lance McKinley.
Lancelot's floating. You really, really don't. Welcome back. You really, really should not be doing this, idiot. What the hell are you talking about? Going back to West Bay. You should have just went with the group, back to JaVale, and... Dude, I just need to... You don't need to go back to West Bay, of all places. How many times have we went down, and it turns out the all greatest nemesis, the greatest evils, all just waiting there for you. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, you, ooh, you, Mr.
Lance, it will
Gaslighter,
be
you.
3 hours until you make it to West Bay with how fast you're going. Typically, it'd be a 4 or 5 hour trip in the door knocker. And the door knocker is going to be in about 11-hour trip to Travail.
Oh, you don't play this gaslighting mechanic with me, Lance. The first time you went back there, you got attacked. The second time you went back there, you got attacked. You're going for 3 for 3 at this point. And don't come crying to me when you don't have anyone else to watch over your back. The only one's gonna be out there is yourself. Ah, true, but you're gonna be doing all the fighting. This fucking dumb motherfucker.
Before we cut off to any other character, Lance in specific, as you're driving the car, motorcycle, you begin to feel, you see that the life crystal inside of it begins to flash from its normal,
Ah,
a
fuck! I
normal
forgot to
green
pick up.
color to a yellow color. And that is that thought. That is what I knew you forgot. And that's exactly what I said. You just pushed that thought away and kept driving. I knew you forgot it.
What
You
do you forget?
I
I'm
forgot.
forgot.
sorry.
He forgot the
I
life
forgot.
crystals. They're still on
I.
Conan.
Well, fuck.
I knew.
Shit.
That's why I mentioned specifically. You
Hmm?
feel like you forgot something, but you just pushed that
What
aside.
now?
And I knew you'd only remember until I mentioned it. I knew you would. Also, like I said, so it was flashing green originally, now it's flashing yellow. And Falcone, you're beginning the long fucking journey back to Travail. At least know that no one's gonna be hit or be able to take you down with that truck.
Yeah, slow and steady wins the race. Cargo's too precious.
Conan's just watching around, asking a ton of fucking questions at the place, seeing the people, wondering why people smell
You're
the way they do.
you're so lucky, Coleman, that we have our tour guide Eclipse here with us.
Eclipse looks really fucking ugly, disgusted with you, Falcone.
Falcone just grins back at him.
Why are we driving in a military vehicle? Conan asks.
Oh,
Eclipse shrugs.
Lance McKinley's eccentric and lives an eccentric lifestyle. He thought it'd be a wise idea to acquire this vehicle.
How did he acquire it? Eclipse speaks up. You were there?
Yeah, I was there. Do you really want to know?
I mean, it's gonna be a long drive, might as well.
Some fool tried to jump him, and Lance taught him that was a bad idea.
The fool somehow had access to. He looks over
Oh, he
at.
had other goodies too. This was just the best one, I think.
Eclipse looks over, notices Lance has left a sticker on something. What the? Takes the sticker off. Lower Spire Weapon Facility? What?
Holy shit! Are you telling me this entire time this van came from the lower spiral?
As a GM to break the surface tension for a second, there's been sort of a thing for order and chaos for roleplay purposes. When you guys do something like, I don't know, blow up a giant hole and things, you cause chaos across Spiral City. When you do things like save the day, it causes justice and order to spread across Spiral City. You caused a cataclysmic event for West Bay when you guys attacked the city hall the first time.
I went up.
That's
I went
why
up.
the second time when you attacked it, they actually had upgrades because they were able to provision themselves from the lower spire and get their hands on a few relics. This is supposed to be the tie-in to explain that that in West Bay specific. Wait, what was I going on with it? What was the first statement? I'm sorry, I got a little confused.
We were talking about like the van came from low
The lower spire.
spot.
Yeah, so the Dead Enders, the ones who grabbed power in West Bay and the Lance originally fought, were the ones who received all those munition supplies and equipment because they were the ones originally in in West Bay's city hall. So Argus and his boy, shit. I know it's Vigil, Argus, and there's the other dude that Lance killed, as well as the chick.
Arthur, if I remember his name, but
Yeah, I think it was.
and
I think it might have been Arthur, but you ran him over with the door knocker when you robbed it from him. Because it wasn't from Durin Gray that you stole the door knocker from.
no, it was after the whole thing. We found it in the garage. It was Dorian Gray's original van.
Yeah, it would turn out to be Durin Gray. It was supposed to be Durin Gray's battle vest, like battle barge, like you use it, but you stole it from the garage area. So it's supposed to tie into the fact that they got all that hardware from the lower spire as a response to the Anima terrorist attacks happening in their district. This is just finally the clue in to explain that's why this thing was so heavily armed. It was meant to suppress Anima users, and now it's unironically helping Anima users. Eclipse
Deny
just
its weapon.
yeah,
Its purpose.
you denied the door knocker's true purpose as it runs over Lance. Also, X laws, thank you. Because the Dead Ender is Lance's gang, not the X law. Yeah, it's the
No,
X laws.
his dad's gang, not Lance's. Also, yeah, Cliff just peels that back, sees the label. Huh, wonder why Lance had it now.
That's the second time that's happened.
Yeah, the second time. The camera fades back to Cyric now as we turn over to Travail. Cyric, it's the morning of the situation like the situation yesterday.
I was gonna say, I need to take a quick piss.
Oh, well, I guess we're going to Edmund then.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Okay.
Evie, are you there, love?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
Oh, it's the high school guy. Get him.
It's the homeless child.
No, no, please.
Get a debuff for being late.
No, please, no,
and
please.
throw three pygmies at you.
I heard you were homeless. Aren't you the homeless kid that got helped out by
You got
Lance
any
family?
change?
Wait,
No,
what
I'm
happened
homeless.
last section? What actually
Stop
happened last
bullying
session?
me.
Wait, what actually happened last session with Nico? Because I
Uh,
believe we. Go ahead.
You went to school.
He just ignored everything happening outside. He's like, nah, my education comes forward.
He
No, quite
he
literally. He's like, there's a lot of shit going on, and he was annoyed that his classes were canceled. So remember, I went out and I bought a bunch of items from
Okay,
the
that's yeah from the lower.
the lower canopy.
bought. Not only did he buy a bunch of items, he knocked out and captured a pygmy merchant.
You can just grab them. The spiral castle will stop you. You can just pick these little shits up.
I got like 3,000 at home.
You know
Okay,
that
that's what I
guy
wanted
you
to know.
got?
About the-
You know that
So-
guy you got? Yeah, he was wanted by the pygmy town, the pygmy mafia. You did a great job, by the way. He owed like
animal?
50,000 pygmium in back taxes.
God damn. All right. Well, sorry, Evie. Before we get to you, because you are the you're the anchor of this week. You're gonna be the last guy on our ladder, just because you got the most of what's going on with our plot so far. Nico, I'm gonna turn to you real fast. You had just returned back from the purchase bots that you did, and it's still Monday night. So, assumingly you just go to bed, so it's Tuesday morning now, as you would wake up.
Yeah.
In the morning, is there any specific activity between like what would you want to get done on Tuesday morning?
Well, I don't have any classes
They are
because they're
definitely still canceled. Yes, as you
yeah,
would review. Go ahead.
because they're all tweaking. Like this is like a 9/11 scenario going on right now.
Very apt
Um,
simile, yes.
Game night, we
and
both know Lance is the main character. Don't you
and
go
there's no
gaslighting.
and there's no one else here. There's nothing else for me to do. Rather, so you know what? Nico's just gonna fuck around with the shitty bot. Fuck it. He wants he this is gonna be his first time ever attempting synthesis with relics, and he's not gonna be good at it. He knows he's not, but he's viewing this as like all right, well, you know what? I need to do something productive with my time, so I want to start grasping the basics.
Yeah, I got that. As you begin to set the relic scraps and the relics on the table in front of you to begin thinking about how you want to handle things, you begin to hear the familial nasal sounds of
Oh
Lars.
no, Lars is waking up.
Hey! Hey! He walks over
Someone
to you.
shut that beta up.
God damn!
Yes, the pigment that's in
It's like
the kill
it's
pygmy too.
it's
The
like
pygmy from the
Nico laid
sock
all his
jar just throws the fucking shit. Hey, shut that man
It's an
up!
unusually large
uh,
pygmy. He's like Ogre from Revenge of the Nerds.
Lars
it's
looks
like
disconcerted. Why are there so many of those things in this room?
Hey, we're the alphas here. Who let this beta in the classroom?
God
What are you
damn.
gonna do
like
about it, bro?
like Nico just like very neatly laid out all of his stuff. He organized it all, and he was planning on what he was going to do. And he grabbed two of his common scraps, and he was just about to get started. And then Lars starts talking. He's like, "Oh!"
Hey,
Slowly turns around.
what you doing there?
I am doing some practical practice regarding my class exams.
What he's doing is
Oh,
having a
that sounds
point
pretty
fucking.
cool. Hey, did you know that they're having a new they're having what's it called, the student body president make several adjustments about the anima users that are happening? Did you hear about the wall, the attack on the military checkpoint at Lower Spire?
Dear God, it's like it doesn't
Uh,
stop.
okay, so one, I have not met Seinrich yet, nor have I heard his name. I
No,
only
no,
know him by his
My
on.
he's
protein
not
Oh,
shit's so
mentioning
correct.
flat.
he's not mentioning Cymric.
No,
He's talking about
no,
the
I know,
yeah.
I know. I'm just asking for my clarification.
You
Yeah,
know
you,
I
only of Cymric by virtue of his anima. So you don't
right.
know the person, you know the
So
anima.
even if I had seen him or clips of him or pictures of him from video footage or whatever, I wouldn't know him.
It
I wouldn't
wouldn't,
know
but
it's. Yeah. Okay.
the
Even
thing
despite
is,
plus arms?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Plus arms, he would only have seen your tattoos as the thing. But even just seeing his tattoos on screen, videos don't capture anima power too well. So
Right.
even as an anima user, being able to see anima power, seeing it on a video screen would just seem like a visual error. So it wouldn't even look right to you. So if you would see, they would have caught pictures of Cymric using Astronova, you would see just pixels distorted. Everyone else would just see Cymric standing there doing a weird pose for some reason. Why is he
Right.
standing like
No,
that? What
I
a
didn't.
weirdo.
I didn't suspect it, but I figured just clarification.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
You would see if you would have if well, I mean, do you
the
think
video.
Nico would have given a shit? Well, actually, Nico would have
no,
seen it from Monday, the original footage, because it came up as a pop up during the spiral net. It was sort of an Amber Alert sort of thing.
no, he got annoyed and closed it immediately.
Oh, well, then you would not have seen
100%.
anything.
No, he vaguely knows that some shit went down in Lower Spire.
Yeah, no, anima users went in and destroyed everything. They blew up the whole place. There's footage all over
You
the
know,
spiral net. Hey, look, let me push some of this stuff from the side and get to your terminal.
The second his hands broach past Nico, he like with the speed of God, like grabs his wrist to hold his arms still and slowly looks
Menacing,
over.
menacing anima energy comes off of your aura
Did
body
someone
He's
as
just
like
you.
spend a demon point?
he's like,
The pygmy
Lars?
from the back would be like, "Watch
Y-
out! He's
You're,
gonna
you're
kill
hurting me
Daddy
when
Phil
you're
like he
grip.
did to me."
He squeezes just a tiny bit tighter. He's like,
Hey,
what did we say about personal space?
you need personal space. Okay, okay. Let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go, let go.
He slowly lets go.
Steps back.
Watch out!
All right,
You
man.
have your own perfectly marginally functional terminal
There's
just
like
over there.
there are two turbos for sure, but yours was active, so he goes, okay, okay, I'll show you on this terminal, and he walks over here.
The this argument happened because one time Nico woke up and there was like mustard all over his keyboard.
Yep. One must imagine Nico happy. Fucking game night.
The pygmy
Doesn't take
jumps
him
up
too
and down so
long.
fast.
It doesn't take. Yeah, the pygmies in the background continue to conspire against you, Nico. You can tell that they're
Oh,
getting up to shenanigans, but your attention is drawn once again away by as Laura speaks up and goes,
Give
"Hey,
him,
hey! I found
friend.
the feed right here."
hey, they're kicking out the anima users from the college. The dirty anima users.
Not yet, Evie, but stop reading ahead of the fucking script, man.
Oh
Wait a
no.
minute. Wait.
Wait a minute, I'm an anime user. Lost
We're
faces.
not.
Wait a minute.
That was a good thing I'm not an anima. Oh.
Yeah, so Lars calls your attention, Nico, for the terminal.
Hmm, I suppose.
Well, I suppose it makes some time for the peasantry.
I suppose I shall make some time for the pores.
You walk over to the terminal and see from the feed that indeed that there were they attacked the checkpoint. There's several footages of the Justice itself fighting Anima users. They even do not. So the unique thing in Spiral City culture is they do not censor blood and gore. It's just kind of there. You just deal
Very
with it.
Japanese of them.
It's part of it.
So, yeah, you would have seen the death of one of the anima users, a Jane Doe, as they're currently still identifying the corpse. She got blown apart by a
Crazy.
laser. There was a few other anima users, like an old man, someone, a
I mean,
punk rocker. There was definitely
I'm
Siren. You never seen Siren before, but there was that big dude. Go ahead.
I mean, I'm just thinking about it and like I'm fairly certain Nico has probably seen worse.
Hold on. They got some new footage coming out right now. And they show the courtyard scene battle with the divisionary team fighting the Justice in the courtyard. Before the Justice came, it was just a divisionary group fighting against a lot of unarmed, like not a lot of unarmed, but a lot of armed not anima users, a lot of armed security guards fighting the four of them. With freight train anima users, she made quick work of them, leading the group, and the other group members being able to support her with regular arms fire. It wasn't until the Justice landed that everything kind of went shit to heel for them. They were able to hold their ground and fight for a while. Uh, After the explosion in the background happens, it isn't determined if the group won or not. It is recorded that they did manage to capture one of the Anima users in that footage, and it's revealed to be a Freight Train Anima user.
Aw.
Wah.
They also confirmed the deaths of several other Anima users. There is an image of another Jane Doe. Oh no, not Jane Doe. Another image of a John Doe, and the image of the John Doe is not relevant to all of you guys, but for Cyric, it would be Alfonso.
Oh man, I have to reveal things about Nico people don't know yet. As Lars is showing him this, does Lars say anything else like toward the end of the video or no?
He's just super excited to actually show you what he thinks is like, wow, did you guys see those Anima users fighting? Man, they're so cool.
I wish I was an anime user. Well, not now.
Nico shrugs a little bit. He's like, Lars, people die in these kinds of protests all the time. Let the riffraff sort themselves out. He says he
You don't
walks
believe
back.
Poor
in
people.
you don't believe in keeping Animas users with free rights? I mean, I think they're really destructive, but Do they really deserve to live under a heel of an oppressive government?
Laws, you live under the heel of an oppressive government.
No, I tell you this, champ.
No, I
I'm not.
think
I'm not
that
usual.
I think I said that his father was an aerodynamic engineer. Oh, was a robotics engineer. That's what I meant. Yeah. I live a very comfortable life actually. Here in the lower spire.
Yes.
Sorry,
They're in
we're
the
not in the
lower
lower
Do me.
spire.
spire. We're in the Hammer District. Sorry, I meant
Yeah.
I lived a comfortable life over there at the lower spire. So here, I get bullied, but it doesn't really make a difference to me.
All
And
right. And
I think
I'd
anima
like
users should still get rights.
that. I'd like you to. Okay. I'd like for you to do one thing for me. I'd like for you to step out into the street and just shout, "I hate the Spire. I detest the Spire with all your heart," and let me know how
Man, you
that
just,
goes for you.
man, you just really wanted to kill himself at this point, don't you?
You just
Don't be a
keep hearing
pussy, do it.
Nico, you just keep hearing the pygmies batter and berate both of you, like as if they were that two the what's it called? The two
The
the
two old men
Muppets.
from the
Yes,
Muppets.
Waldorf
yes.
and Statler are the
Waldo
names you're looking for. Oh,
and you
oh.
just but they're right now they're hanging out in your clothing bin.
But after a moment, Nico continues. He's like, "My point being, this government is oppressive, and it's going to continue to be oppressive until somebody does something
Sound
about
like
it."
a liberal
As I
college
said,
student.
let the riffraff sort themselves out, and I'm sure they'll figure out what they want to do with it.
Well, I mean, this
Either they'll win this war or they'll lose it, but it's not one that I'm going to fight in.
You say
wait,
that now.
you're not gonna
Somebody
fight?
likes to
Wait, are
taste the
you an
cat
anima
food.
user with that level of my deduction?
Lars, I don't think you could deduct a hot dog from another hot dog.
Bullshit, kid. I can detect a different type of glizzy from any district. Lars looks really mad. Hot dogs are my thing, man. Don't
It's like
fuck
the
with me. Like,
serious JoJo
Yep.
face from part 1.
He's got the menacing energy as the other pygmies go, "Oh, I think you touched his nerve."
It's like
Oh,
Hey,
Oh.
no.
protagonist up in here.
Now wait,
my
hold
point.
on. Hold on. He does have the Hall of Fame for the Glizzy. He's known as the Glizzy Gobbler in the Hammer District, alright?
Jesus.
That sounds like a sexual move that would make your mother sad.
From the
Ni-
lower, sorry, before we continue, sorry, from the lower jar, two more pygmies appear.
Nico turns around and looks at the assortment of hot dog eating trophies that Lars has hanging like on his little shelf.
He's definitely proud of them.
He's like, "Look, Lars, my point stands. This isn't shit that we should get ourselves involved in.
This ain't my fucking fight, Chief, says Nico.
You
Well,
believe in equal rights for all, and that's very noble of you, but focus on school. It's where you are now."
well, fine. I suppose you're right. Do you want to see my robotic project?
Sure, kid.
Here, I've created something called an orbital frame.
Oh, I thought he built himself a father so someone would be proud of
Well,
him.
Nico
Oh,
pauses.
oh, oh.
Nico was like fiddling with something in his hand, and then pauses
Did he
and
build
slowly
himself a
looks up a
friend?
little incredulously.
sorry, I misspoken. Not orbital frame, but here's my frame. And he shows you from a 3D design program. It's a three-dimensional designed mecha suit. It has the ability to have one person sit inside of it like a cockpit, and it stands about 10 meters tall.
He's like,
I'm pretty.
Jesus, is Jesus Christ? Can I say that?
It
You can
doesn't
say
exist.
anything you want.
The equivalent would be either by the Spire for something like Mechalania. I mean, you'd probably be the more like, huh?
Maybe Mechalania has Jesus Christ.
The one pygmy looks at the other. I think we got ourselves a filthy bed.
I know, right? I know.
Okay,
Power
I
the
can't
Grand
allow
Wizard.
the idea of Jesus Christ being in the role play in any shape or form, man. It leads to really fucking awkward conversations like, well then why didn't Jesus travel to Spiral City to preach his word? Or just Spiral City
Why?
full of
Why didn't
heathens?
Jesus travel to North America? There was water in the way.
I was thinking, now I'm thinking of JoJo Part
No, we
7.
traveled there. We
No.
read about it in the top hat with the gold plate.
Oh
He
no,
didn't.
no,
He
no.
didn't travel to Spiral City because he would have been gunned down like a dog. What are we talking about? Let's
You're
be
not
honest
wrong.
here.
That's very accurate.
No, no,
No,
we're
this
not
is
having
this is
Steel
East.
Ball Run.
This
Steel
is
Ball Run's
Easter.
announced. We're not having Steel Ball Run here.
Yeah, we're only on
Easter.
season 2.
You
Battle
know
of
Easter
Steel
is
ball
this
run.
Sunday, right?
Steel ball run at
Yeah.
home.
Oh, that's a really tall robot.
Jesus was dropped from the spire for our sins.
Oh. Oh man.
He was
Ah,
but
dropped
yeah.
in the hole.
no, for Michelania, it's by for the company, because the business mentioned.
Oh, no filthy our bed, brother.
Um.
I was thinking Pygmy Waka.
I yearn for the mines, brother.
Oh, I yearn for dead our bed, brother. We should
By
do
the
that
Vega,
with
by my house.
It took Jesus 3 days to climb the spire.
How many corporations are in charge of the mining industry in Mechalania?
The Vega industry is the largest one that holds
But-
several
but-
different. There are
Let-
like 2 or 3 others, but like Vega family is the largest dynasty.
Okay. I was gonna try to pull some like by the 9 type shit.
The trading
no,
guild by the trading guild.
no, he's like spire above.
That's
Lars,
not bad.
I thought you were.
Yeah.
Aren't you in for aerodynamics? Is that not what you
No, no, no.
said?
I know. I meant earlier that he
No,
was.
Well,
Yeah.
his father was an engineer. I remember him saying that. I thought he was doing aerodynamics
No, no,
or
no.
or aeronautical engineering or something like that.
Well, yeah, actually, my father was an aerodynamic engineer. You might remember that part, Lars speaks up. And I did use some of his work and research. This is what I really came here to study. I used the
Nico,
application of aerodynamics to the booster system that allow a lighter, like a better lift and a stronger thrust with less engine space, so they can compartmentalize most of the equipment.
Nico pauses a little bit.
I'm really having a time looking for an energy source that can power the thing, though. If I could just find something that could generate a lot of energy. I look at the screen slowly.
Not
Um,
very subtle today is the magic voice.
That
Can't
pygmy,
be the best.
that pygmy is
Nico,
hold on. Sorry. That pygmy immediately turns into green puff.
just explodes,
The other one's like,
dies.
Oh, tough crowd tonight.
No, Nico pauses for a second. He's like, Lars, I feel I owe you an apology.
You do? Since when?
That's a fair enough statement. Yeah. He just looks bewildered. Yeah. When did you owe me an apology?
Admittedly, I took you for a bit of a fool, and it
Oh, I
seems
think
I
I thought
judged
of
you
you as
too
I thought
hastily.
of you as I thought of you as an ignoramus too. But that's okay. We can both be wrong about things.
No, you can't. The witch had to be.
Oh, money can't buy your
You
respect,
could have waited
can it?
like an hour to say that at least.
No.
Like right now is probably the least opportune
Oh,
moment to
hey,
share that.
you just reminded me what I wanted to share with you earlier. I'm a little bit of a scatterbrain like that. They're having a student body press meeting at the main lobby. The student body president's talking about the choice of having more anima detection units due to the recent attacks.
I do not intend on it being there.
Okay, just letting you know. The plot's gonna be developing. You won't be there to watch it.
Oh no!
Shut up, it's
Um,
dead.
Also, classes are still closed for the day.
You must.
Uh,
Casper, get the hell out of here, man.
Confound you, DM, making me take part in the story.
Oh, is it your
no,
first time?
Nico would
The
pause and look over.
red
He's like,
pygmy lifts in the air precariously.
um, he he would reach over. He's like, "Do you mind if I take a look at this?" Referring to the schematics.
Um, he looks a little off guard and a little more sheltered as he puts his hand over the console. What are you looking for?
Your porn
But
history.
I'm
Oh
I'm not
shit.
going not going to mess with it or anything. I just like a closer look there.
Okay, just mind what you touch. You know, you were really touchy about your things, and I am too about mine.
Chris
The
hard shuts
things.
off, or Nico hard shuts off the computer and deletes all of his work. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Or he just Toby Maguire scream.
No. He just deletes System 32.
No,
Oh,
Nico would take a minute looking over his engine compartment. Um,
The frame.
yeah, of the frame, looking at everything. He's like, "Look, I'm no physicist, but you're not going to get a fuel engine in there. It's going to require too much space, and you're going to at least double your payload with liquid storage. A steam engine, you're going to run into the same problems."
you take a closer look at the schematics, and eh,
You can
I
do it,
need you to.
Finkenstein.
I will need you to make an intelligence check. This isn't general applied. Your general applied knowledge for your academia, like regalia, does not
Mhm.
apply for mechanics. There's science, yes, but this is robotics.
Pause.
Yeah.
Weird
So
science.
you gain a flat +2 to this roll still, and you can still re-roll this, but you don't get the +5 involving your general knowledge studies. And
Mhm.
oh, actually, you still get the 2 re-rolls actually. So you get a +2 and still 2 re-rolls to your intelligence check.
Want to just
Dungeon,
why
when does
do I not have it pinned every time?
Scarlet Witch come and wipe out half the anima users?
No more anima users.
Spiral's Day Future Past.
Uh, that's
Yeah,
coming up soon.
that's when I get dating to another girl and she joins the role play and I just go, okay guys, watch the time effects happen because once I break up with her, it's all like it never happened.
Right here.
No,
Oh, the
no,
soft
let's
reboot.
I do have it
no,
pinned.
no.
I'm just stupid.
It's okay. Two
All right.
re-rolls plus 2 to your intelligence check. You just make an intelligence check. I'm not going to tell you your success. Rather, there's no failure, just the degrees of success you can make.
Oh, gotcha.
Math
Okay.
making. I refuse to use
Can
magic
I
dice.
junction this? Um,
Uh,
how often do we regain anima power?
you gain anima power by doing mundane human dairy tasks like eating and sleeping. Like as long as you do
So
something relaxing as well, you can. It
so
has to be uninterrupted.
should I be back up to full? Because I'm still
You're
at
just
like half my
you
anima limit from like
you
2 days ago.
should be
Yeah,
full HP because you just woke up.
yeah. It's like short rest and long rest every day, unless
Hmm.
otherwise,
Mhm.
unless like Novus's lab, like the raid on Novus's lab. If
Yeah, you
that
guys
takes like
couldn't.
multiple days, then that
Yeah,
doesn't. It's basically short and long rest.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Then yeah, I will junction
Okay. Just
Good
straight up
job.
junction.
See, I can be
junction
serious.
7 and 5.
That's a
I can't
third.
do math.
That is a 15. No, 14.
No.
Sorry.
Yes. No. Wait.
Because it's plus 2.
14. Yes. +2. Uh,
Yeah. So when you take a
brain.
closer look at the frame that he's designed, first off, you find that the name of the frame is frame audit. Yeah, frame. No, sorry, frame origin frame, if you will.
Uh,
And you take a closer look at the schematics, and it's fairly well made. Like, if there was a flaw, you'd really have to spend some hours taking a closer look at it and actually knowing what you're looking at for mechanics. Because otherwise, the lines look good, the electric lines look good. The issue is that the machine will not power on and stay powered on without a sufficiently large power source. And that power source would be way too large. It'd be something like an external backpack unit. It couldn't sit in the core, which the chest unit, which he wants to. Ideally, Origin Frame would have a chest unit battery that could double up as a final operative weapon to drain the remaining power unit to fire a concentrated beam at an enemy unit. I designed the frame to be a combative weapon against, well, honestly, anima users and any other threats that come to Spiral City. There was that large monster creature that attacked Travail.
And I
That's
want to
when I
have to.
originally. That's actually when I originally started working on this project. Other than,
Let's
Mhm.
let's keep the wide-ranging desire of saving the city on the back burner for now and focus on keeping yourself safe. You don't need to play hero.
Well, I'm studying becoming a mecha designer. Who knows? Maybe there'll be
Mad Max.
someone across Spiral City that'll might have my need for my expertise.
Lance breaks through the door. Hey, I need
Uh,
someone who's got some giant.
Who can be a giant fucking robot for me?
Lars, let me see if I can explain something to you properly. The way, at least to my limited understanding, the way that anima works, there's a sort of latent anima energy that hangs in the air, in a way.
You sound like
Yeah,
Elon
These
Musk.
the solution the solution which immediately jumps to me is you've got a solid concept here that doesn't need much more work. Focus your time on finding a way to harness that anima energy and turn it into power.
Harnessing anima energy, huh? Well, I'm not an anima user, so I can't do that. And I don't know the process of harnessing the anima energy. Hey, have you ever been to anywhere where they harvest anima energy and turn it to electricity?
Have
Oh, I
Why
I?
don't
do
like
I
the
hear the
implications of
Shinra
that.
theme?
I don't
What?
like the
Really?
implications of that.
Wait, Nico, seriously? Really? Have you
I
been? Your fucking backstory just starts kicking up. You start having that 1,000-yard stare. You look at me and start like he's like
he,
he's literally bringing up your trauma.
he
He's like,
asks me and
no.
I just go, um,
Just stare.
I he's like, not exactly, but it's feasible.
Oh, so you know where and you know how I can do it then, or somewhere I can?
You don't want to go about it the way that these people were. Let's
Get
let's
off
try
that
to be a
ghost.
little bit more ethical, should we say?
Ethical. Well, I mean, I still need to study a way to harness anima energy to make electricity.
Nico slowly reaches over and
The
picks up
pygmies
a
from the drawer
fancy
start shaking.
and picks up a fancy looking diamond
The
from
hell?
his side of the desk, groaning the whole time,
Wait,
and
wait, what?
slowly places it in front of Lars.
Lars blinks.
The pygmies blink as well.
I am going to show you something, and you are going to swear you will never speak a word of it to anybody
I won't
outside of
believe
this
you.
room.
The
And if I
pygmies
ever
watching.
hear or catch wind that you do, I will find you,
Ooh.
and I will commit unspeakable horrors against you and your bloodline.
Okay, I can keep my promise.
Now I can't.
Editor's note: he didn't keep his promise.
Nico will
We won't
feed
though.
1 point of AP into the diamond.
Oh, that's
Okay.
what you're talking about. As you pour your anima
Was that?
energy into the diamond, diamond dust, the translucent navy colored diamond begins to glow brightly as it gets a little bit
What's it
brighter
from?
than normal. Laura sits up a bit.
A
Whoa!
slight breeze fills the room.
Yeah, whoa! Did you just charge that relic? Wait, you're an it. Oh, that's why you don't want me to tell anyone. Oh, that's
Oh
why you don't
shit,
want to go to
Cal!
the rally. Oh, that's why you were distancing yourself from what was happening at the checkpoint.
Wow.
Any
They
more
let this to
revelations?
college.
I can't believe my best friend's an anime user, says the fucking nerd.
Well, I
You know,
have
you
more
know,
questions. I
he's
have more
It's a
questions
community
actually.
college.
Does it hurt when you use your anima powers? Was your mother or father an anima user? Did you become an anima user by after entering Spiral City? Like,
What's your blood type?
yeah,
What's your
blood
social
type.
security number?
When was your last bowel movement?
he's this.
What's your regular diet?
This
What's your
guy is.
spiral security number?
You know, Lars is like the Ned to my Peter Parker right now.
Dude, like at this point, you're gonna make a new fucking manga called "Help! My roommate's actually an anime user."
God, that's not even a bad title for for a fucking one-off manga, Spiral City Chronicles. Help, my roommate's an anima user.
um, but Nico won't feed any more AP into Diamond Dust, but he'll call it there. He's like,
Well, no. What's it called? He Lars protests. No. Keep using your power. I want to see the fuller limits to it.
Lars, you you don't want to see the full limits of this. This is a very expensive and powerful relic.
Well, I
And we are
need to
in a
see the.
very small enclosed space.
Well, point it over
Hey,
there.
I
He
actually
points it indiscriminately towards the pygmies.
That's
Hey,
not
hey, hey, hey,
don't.
necessarily how it works.
Hey, we rather not die. Cool take.
he
Well,
Yeah,
he
don't be a
pauses.
dick,
what's the
dude.
upper limit of these power then? I need to find out before I can make a proper machine. I mean, if you could
For
generate that little energy in your hand, what does
for
that mean to moving it?
this for this particular relic, roughly, would you say it grows steadily or exponentially?
No, definitely exponentially.
Okay,
Because you have because with diamond dust, it's up to 3 times pouring your energy where you get the max effect.
I thought it
But
was
when
5.
was it 5? No, because I didn't
think
want to make it.
I
I didn't
think
want
it
to make it
was
that
5.
high
Um,
because I wanted to be cool, like a nice breeze, then cold, and then freezing.
mhm.
That's what I
so like
intended. Hmm.
so like like level 3 would be like 4 times.
No, well, level 3 would be because you had to spend the first time when AP.
No,
Then
I mean no, I'm talking like in terms of like strength, like 4 times, 8 times what I'm looking at here.
oh, like
Just as
modifier
a
for
rough
damage.
like a rough equivalency.
What for damage?
No, like if I'm trying to tell Lars roughly how much more it's capable of at its peak.
Oh, I mean, by output, you're only putting 1 AP, right? So, I mean,
Right.
you can ideally put like you're only putting like 33% of its true power.
Mhm.
So you could still pump 66 more percent of your anima power in there.
Yeah, so he's like, this is maybe a third of what it's capable of. Continue feeding it with energy, and it can continue to create more powerful, stronger, colder winds.
And your power is like indefinite or something, or is there a limit?
It is limited. It depends on the
Hmm.
person and their
Hmm.
ability.
He begins to type
I
this information and starts working on it. Hmm.
so he places the relic down on the desk.
Hmm.
You have your conduit. Your goal now is to charge it.
Well, I mean, maybe I can make a sort of relic-like engine and have that tap into the to the life force, maybe a terminal up into the cockpit over here. You see Lars just lose himself in designing this mech. He begins to redesign and rewire some of the mech designs with the idea of having the anima user power it and whatnot. It'll take him some time, but eventually he'll have a redesign of this mech. So at the current moment,
Nico,
you can't reach him. He's actually in
Nico,
the zone. He's locked in.
Nico sits back at his desk slowly and quietly grumbles about 10,000 gold down the fucking drain.
Why?
If Lars needs to keep this relic.
No, not in particular. He just needs to know what the fuck. Like he needs to find a relic to make this thing. He's only making a hypothesis to his machine, but he'd
So
Mhm.
eventually
actually, what?
need something to make the work. You
Yeah,
pour energy, anima energy into, and it makes
Uh,
power. He needs that.
so okay, so idea. All right. I let
Hmm.
him borrow this and he goes into the workshop and makes like Iron Man 1 like the trash suit,
But
but it's his mech.
he can't use diamond dust. It's not something optimal for it. Diamond dust doesn't have nearly anywhere near the energy output he's looking for. He would need a relic designed for this purpose that would take
Mhm,
anima power and then make it exponentially even like to convert anima energy into exponentially more electricity.
mhm.
He
Okay.
has to
I
first figure all that out, but he doesn't even know the first step. The best direction for him would be to go to the Nelcro district to just see if those electric generators were still there. That's if they're still there, and if
Or
you
he
can
sees
even get access.
the ancient technology that Atlantis is going to be flying in.
um after a moment, Nico will tap Lars
Hmm?
on the
What is
shoulder.
it? What?
If you want to try to see where this kind of thing's been done before, reach out to Squad Zero. You're aware of them.
No, I haven't heard of Squad Zero before. I do keep my eye on the news, but mainly in Hammer District and
Reach out to the Travail Police Department.
uh-huh. Well,
Ask
why?
for Squad Zero.
Uh-huh.
Tell them the homeless college kid sent you. He looks a
Yeah.
little annoyed at having to say it that way. Um,
Okay,
and
homeless college kid.
he's like,
You're not homeless. You're
well, I was up until like a week ago.
no, you've been in the college for like.
Not this one.
Oh yeah, never mind. You're right. Right. Never mind.
Um, he's like,
Not this one. Yeah, it was a
and
better one.
request if they might be able to give you a showing of the Nelcru district. Do
Falcone,
not
some
Nelcro
weird kid
district.
wants to take the to
but
Namco
do,
district.
I'm neither a
do
charity or a chaperone.
He's paying 10 grand.
Macro Novus. We're not adding an extra patron. We're not adding an extra first tag along to this trip. I'm already taking. This is my way to the Necro District. Get your own.
This
He
is
says
my demon.
he's gonna triple it.
That's a lot of gold.
Sure, I'll call the spirals. I'll call the call Travail Police Department for the Squad Zero. I'll tell them
s-
too that I want to make a giant robot and use
mm,
anima energy to make energy.
no, maybe keep that part to yourself for a little while, at least until you work out the kinks.
Okay, sure.
I can squeeze my nose and be like, "Smell you ladle."
Hey, before we leave your character, Nico, you look at the relics and relic scraps in front of you. Your basic knowledge of relic smithing would tell you relic scraps are the components to make relics. You need to make a couple of relic scraps together to make one relic. The equivalent of four uncommons make one rare relic.
I don't. Nico doesn't feel skilled enough to do that yet. I would like to just make a common relic with my common scrap
That'd be the same equivalent for
for 4 common scrap for an uncommon relic, or
Yeah, 4 common, uncommon. Yeah, 4 common scrap for 1 uncommon.
is that the lowest I can make?
Mm, you can also make commons themselves.
Yeah, so his thought is just like dip his toes in it, just make a few common, like shitty common ones.
Sure, it's still going to be 4 common scraps.
Fuck it, might as well just do uncommons then at that point.
Yeah.
I have
I
it.
forgot to calculate that you don't have any skill training in this. I was going off someone else's like my prior memory of relic
Um,
smithing. You
I did pick up
you
novice relic because finished. I passed my uh course, my first course,
yes.
so I
For
am novice.
having novice level gives you the typical novice skill for relic smithing. I think it's to all players who can see it, but it would be in Alistair's character sheet because he was the only relic crafter. Gaining access to relic crafting. Actually, I have all the materials shown here. Never mind. I don't even have to list it through. It is in everybody's character sheet. So there are your times, and that's what you're required to make a relic. It's also the time required is a great amount of time.
Ah, oh my god, a month.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck, holy shit. Fuck it. Nico's gonna start getting to work just a little on a little common relic.
Oh, what's wrong? You realize the hassle of building your own shit? Put some elbow grease in it, rich boy.
He doesn't want to ruin his manicure.
I know, right? Wow, the tragedy of wasting a month of your life.
Oh God, I have to do something myself.
The
Oh
pygmies are
no,
feisty.
I can't get mommy or daddy to
Excuse
do
me.
my work for me again. Oh no.
The 3 pygmies casting vicious mockery at you, Nico.
What's wrong? Look, one of the pygmies look at him directly. What's wrong,
I
Chevelle
shoot
boy?
that pygmy.
Come here.
Like Nico pulls a comically large cartoon gun out of his pocket, shoots it, and then it disappears into thin air.
Pops like
Before he
fur everywhere.
before he dies, tell my family I was a peacemaker. Gah! He
I'll
drops 3
Oh,
probably
coins.
gaslight them.
oh,
3 coins pop out of his full.
And
thank
with
the
that,
great
Doing
Nico,
rip.
you begin this project. It has to be at least done once every week. So you start today, but you don't have to commit to it for the rest of every single day after. It's once every week. That's how the time was originally designed. That's why it's a month. It's supposed to be every week sort of deal. So
Mhm.
today you can start definitely on the project, but you don't have to continue it until next week.
Okay.
And we're on week 2. Yeah, we're in week 2 of January. It's just been going down. Cyrek, we turn the camera quickly over to you.
Oh boy.
And we return back to Travail. In Travail, you are at that um Travail downtown apartment building, high riser. In there, as I mentioned in the earlier intro, there are about 50-ish anima users, give or take, that are coming and going from different rooms. You are left alone in a guest room. It looks something like a hotel room, and it's accommodating enough for you, large enough. There's even a shower there. They left a small mini fridge. It kind of feels like it's just been a hotel room, but you're able to get some snacks, a shower, and go to bed on Monday night,
Okay, but
waking Tuesday morning.
Gotcha, man.
Sarek, how do you feel after waking up from the whole ordeal?
He's rubbing
You're
his.
mhm.
I. Oh, okay, okay. That was me there. Never mind. He's still conflicted over the fact that yeah, he did help with this, but on the other hand, there's really nothing he could have done to change the overall result. And he did find a pretty vital clue, so it wasn't a complete waste. N- But now he's wondering, he wants to learn more about Koa. Like, how long has these guys been like this?
Edvin, no.
Yeah, he wants to know how Koa was formed.
Your thoughts are racing, Sarek. The room is very quiet. You can hear movement outside the room, but in the room by yourself, you just sit up in the bed after waking up, thinking over and over again the explosion, the fighting, the guards you saved, the fighting you did inside. You wonder,
Alistair's message.
Alistair's message, and you truly wonder, what's the weight of all this? Was it worth it? What's the ramifications? And now you're
Uh,
more wanted than Lance had ever been. As the anxiety begins to rise in you, Cyril, you feel a series of hands hold the top of your hands, and there are feminine fingers that touch the back of your hand, Cyril. And you can hear Pandora speak to you telepathically in the head. Calm yourself. When you are unstable of your emotions, my focus with you dissipates. If you're under
oh,
extreme emotional distress, I won't be able to hold the image of you properly.
oh, sorry about that. Wait a minute. Since we're about to talk, what's your take on all this?
Immediately go, oh, we could talk? So, what's your point? What's your deal in all this? Pandora whispers, "Hmm, I know passively what you know. Spiral City's a strange place to me. I don't know what to tell you. You feel conflicted for a friend. You feel anxiety for being chased, for your choice. The only thing I can suggest is you calm yourself and take the next steps forward with confidence that's what you really want to do. If you let this anxiety build in you further, I may not be able to keep the image of you going further, longer.
And we can't let that happen. I can't put both of us in danger, can I? That's not good.
We will figure this out together.
Yeah, we will.
And Pandora's hands slip away back into the this material, the mental space. At that moment, Sarek, a knock is placed on the door, and a meekish boy opens the door. Hello? Are you awake?
Sure, give me a second uh to get myself ready.
The boy nods. Okay, I'll wait.
It's like a minute later. All right, I'm ready.
The door opens. Hi there, my name's Marv. I'm gonna escort you to Travis.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. He said he wanted to speak with you as soon as you woke up.
I see.
Yeah, right this way.
Lead the way, little guy.
Don't call me little. I have a strong anima, you know.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He leads you through the hallway. Yep. They call me a category kick-ass.
Well, lead the way, category kick-ass.
He looks back. Huh. What is your anima, huh?
He flexes his arm and see the tattoos glowing.
Oh. The kid you're talking to must not be any older than 10 or 11. That's actually really cool. I can't summon my anima, though. I don't have a cool little shadow ghost or anything like everyone else does. But it's really strong.
Yeah, what
You
does
want
it
me to
do?
tell you about it?
Sure.
He leads you through the hallway, getting up to the elevator. Come on, over here. He clicks the button. While you guys are waiting for the elevator, Marv speaks up. So my anima, Heartbreaker, excuse me, allows me to target a single humanoid unit, and if I can keep the lock on long enough, well, the heart.
Oh, that's, quite literal.
Mm-hmm.
Badass, I know, right?
I see.
I found my power out, but I never really pushed it to its full limits. You know, the lock on long enough actually puts a lot of stress on people originally. Most people can't even handle a couple of seconds, let alone the full 3 seconds I need. Excuse me.
Yeah, future sociopath talking here.
You guys enter the elevator together, step in, and he toggles the elevator, leading you guys up. Sure, that's the name of a song, Heartbreaker.
It is. It's by Joan Jett and the Blackhearts.
Bitchin'. Well, if it isn't the little boy that think he could. He really thinks he's him.
No, I
Or
wanted the
I
Led
think
Pat,
he's
Zeppelin.
Timothy.
my bad, Pat Benatar.
No, I wanted the Invincible theme, and as soon as I say the word Invincible, it just goes. Da-da-da. Sarah, do you have any do you have questions or whatnot to the kid Marv, while you're in the elevator with them?
How did you, end up here?
Well, I followed Koa over the box net.
Oh,
The
I,
box network? What's that?
you're an anima user. You don't know the box network?
Nope.
It's
I'm not even a native of the city.
well, no. You've
Outlander.
so you that's fair. You don't even have a phone,
Nope,
man.
I
You
should
are
probably
so
get
out.
on that.
Yeah, you're so out of it, man. You gotta join the box network. That's where all anime users share information and the deets all across all of Spiral City. You're totally not. Hold on. Oh, sorry. I'm just gonna compose myself.
No.
Hold on.
Yeah. Because that language doesn't exist in that dungeon.
Tot- You're totally not Sigma without having a phone to the box network.
Uh,
I would have done the same fucking thing if my phone wasn't dying.
Okay. No, but for real, no, seriously, you never seen the box network before? He pulls out his phone and opens up the app for the box network and shows off the forums within the spiral net. Look, see? Right here, all the different type of anima details and whatnot. This is mega forum about the symphony tournament, animas, the Symphony of Animas tournament. There's a big thing going on. The rumors, the threads that Falcone sold the match to Lance McKinley.
Alright, fuck, what the fuck? You're supposed to keep that a secret.
I didn't say anything.
Mm,
Oh, over. Let me see that tournament thread. Let's read all about it.
Well, there's also the current stuff with the wall that everyone's talking about too, and Koa recruitment, and that's how I joined
hey,
Koa too. I joined
hey,
Koa
Doctor,
after. Uh-huh.
real quick. Would it appear immediately that there was something going on with how you said, gridiron?
No, not. I mean, that's metagaming, and he wouldn't know anything of that. But
No, I'm just no. I'm saying the box necklace with the because it's looking at the recent post, right?
the most recent posts right now are all talking about the wall,
Okay,
the checkpoint that got blown up.
okay. I know it sounds a bit metagaming. I'm just like
It is.
an anime user, because Lance wasn't being conspicuous with his
You weren't trying to hide driving the car, yes, but no one's reported it yet. Don't worry, I'll get to you.
calls back up to his little spot.
I'll push you down again.
He would. Looks down sad.
You want to read the
You know
tournament
what?
thread? I mean, that's a really old one, man. What do you want to read it for? Marv asks Cyril, why do you want to read the tournament thread? It's a really old one.
Hey, it's interesting to hear a perspective of these things.
Well, well, we're on the floor right now. He puts his phone away as you guys exit the elevator. This floor seems a little bit less anima activity, and there are some men and women wearing black outfits with shades covering some doors, allowing limited access. They have the words Koa printed on their chest. As you guys approach, as Marv leads you to one of these doors down across a hallway, the security officers there request Marv to present an ID, which he does, and allows you guys to enter the command center. Here we are. There's several large monitors. There's some more people and staff doing different things behind different terminals. As you get a really good glimpse of Koa's, the heart of Koa here in Travail. They have monitors displaying several different angles of the checkpoint, different demographics and graphs for anima users, specific cases of anima users they're dealing with. There are different operators talking about anima users. It kind of feels like the Men in Black of anima users, if you will.
Have you tried turning on your anima panel again, on and off? Okay, you just
Sir,
blew up your
sir, I
mouse,
know it's weird that your infant is caught flame. I need you to calm down, sir.
Listen, we didn't promise you have an infinite when we offered the idea of using your AP3. We said it was an optional choice, and now you are dealing with the consequences. We don't hold
Sir,
responsibility.
sir, have you tried holding back down B?
Marv
So
leads
you
you
keep this up.
Marv leads you
So
down the
I'm
aisle of the
like,
office. Marv leads you down the office aisle, Siren. As you can hear several of the operators speak to different people over the phone at their own desk and terminals. It feels like an office space. As you're led finally
also,
to,
you're not an anima user. You're a pygmy on the phone. I know that.
how do you know? I could be an anime user who sounded like a pygmy, because my power is turned me to a pygmy.
Thanks.
He finally leads you to a larger office space, and in there you meet Travis, who's sitting behind a mahogany desk. Travis is behind several paperwork, and he has what's it called? Several of the anima users that were. He has the whole group of anima users that were there during the scene, save Alfonso's not in the room, and the freight train anima user isn't in the room. Travis looks at you as you enter the room, Cyric. Marv speaks up. Hey, I brought Cyric in. Excuse me. Are we ready for the meeting? Thank you, Marv. Yes, I believe we're ready for the meeting. Everyone, I wanted to talk about what had happened during what had happened with the checkpoint and what is going on currently.
Well, don't leave us in suspense, Trav. What happened?
LOL. We have
No,
confirmed, yeah, we have confirmed the death of Sydney. Cindy. She was killed in the immediate beginning crossfires with fighting the Justice.
You mean Ember?
Oh yeah, thank you, Ember. Thank you. We have also confirmed the reports that Helga has been kidnapped. Freight train. He's been
damn.
caught hostage, and her whereabouts are unknown. It is highly likely that she will either be detained or executed. They will definitely give her a harsh punishment. The council will give her a harsh punishment.
What? What about that friend of yours? The creepy dude.
Alfonso's body was found at the scene.
Wait, what? He was just fine when we walked out of there. What the hell happened?
It must have been the excessive strain of his body after using that, siphoning that energy from the anima bomb that he was carrying. I had warned him not to, and he pushed himself too hard. Or maybe something with his anima power, who knows?
Damn.
Alfonso didn't speak much about Amintadora.
That bastard owes me 500 gold coins. What the hell's gonna pay me now?
Money is not the problem right now. Travis speaks up. Right now,
Bullshit.
we need to mount up a secondary attack.
Secondary.
The lower
Travis, we look how
spire,
much.
the lower spire is already reforming a battle line to keep us out still. All of this will be for nothing if we allow them to bring in their mechanized workforce to rebuild the military fort wall. They can mass fab a wall within the month.
Yeah, Trav, we barely had enough time to make those bombs.
And if we don't attack now, we're going to just have another wall within a month, the checkpoint within a month. We have to disrupt them, slow them down. And that's why I'm asking for Operation Sandbag. We're going to send several different anima users at different times, raiding their supplies within the lower spire. We need to disrupt the Spiral Council military. We
What we
cannot let
need
them
is
reform.
what we need is more anima users, specifically combatant ones. We lost Helga. Amber got domed before she can even do anything, and Alfonso just bit the dust
Oh,
afterwards.
Blaine
What
speaks
the?
up. The man with the so Line, you're speaking as Cypher, the punk rock. He is the guy who is using metal to his manipulation. Blaine, the older gentleman with the cane, speaks up. Listen, man, we don't have a lot of combat anima users in Koa. Not a lot of those type of folks wanted to join Koa to begin with. We have a lot more of the other type of anima users, the ones that can manipulate colors and make different sounds and slide across surfaces and powers
I'm
that are.
Polka Dot Man.
God, I mean, that's actually a real
I'm the
terrifying thing, but
condiment king.
anima users that can manipulate condiments, yes. Travis attempts to bring down an avalanche of justice. Oh,
Flashbulb like behind what's his face?
There a
Oh, okay.
who's
pinball
Mr.
machine in their dungeon?
Wait, who's
A
Mr.
pinball
10 times
machine?
Who's Mr. 10 times worse fills in for Plutaris?
No idea.
Yeah, I'm
Hey,
asking game night.
we should
Go
be.
ahead.
Cypher's like, well, then maybe we should try to recruit. I don't know. You said you were going to try to talk to Edmund Miles about trying to get Squad Zero to join us. How's that talking been going?
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say Evan Miles and Squad Zero?
Well, no, it wasn't.
Yeah.
I no. Edmund Miles has Squad Goldschlager from his last post, and I've been trying to get in contact with him over the Boxnet. It doesn't seem like he replies to any of the fucking messages he does, just the fucking posts that he makes. Only makes posts.
I have to ask you, what's he have to do with this?
Edmund
Edmund Miles?
Miles?
Yeah.
He's the
Oh,
guy who
you're
found
right.
this
He
book.
doesn't. Marv speaks of, hey, yeah, guys, he doesn't have access to the box now. He never read the original messages, the
Please
original
tell me
Koa
there's
post.
not. Please tell me there is not a giant, like, painting picture of Edmund behind Travis. I will
No, God,
scream.
no,
I
no.
will scream if there's like an
No,
oil
Evie,
painting of
Evie,
Edmund.
No, it's
Evie,
Edmund and Myron, but they're reenacting Adam and God, the one picture.
yeah.
God,
Well, I was
no,
gonna
none
say,
of that. It'd be just the words
oh,
Koa. It had the
no,
We
it's
have
picture of
that
Spiral
painting.
City.
Can we do that painting, but it's Falcone and Hell's Wrath?
That's gonna be in Falcone's church, though. We'll get there.
Already
Okay.
there.
Okay.
It's in his
okay,
room.
okay. You know how the Japanese have like that picture of the loved one in that little shrine and everything? Yeah, that's what Edmund is, like a little shrine thing next to Koa.
They wouldn't radicalize him that goddamn hard, guys. Okay, Edmund's
Good.
just the guy who wrote the
I'm
first papers that sparked everything.
They're
I'm
already
thinking of it.
terrorists.
I'm thinking of it like the old Charles Manson cult. They idealized him just like a little bit and then just started doing a bunch of shit in his name that he has nothing to do
Because
with.
he can't control it. Yeah, yeah, that's a great way of looking at it. Because literally, Edmund has no power in this situation. You just alerted the greater mass of anima users about anima atrocities. They
Damn.
decided they wanted to take serious action against anima atrocities against anima users. This
I
is just their
suppose you could
response. Hmm.
I suppose you could say it's animosity.
You know, it's the irony that
Someone
I'm
kick him out
looking
of
at
this
this
call.
point.
Uh,
Cute. Oh, oh,
Oh, okay.
oh my God! So many people disconnect.
You know,
Okay.
the irony I was looking at this right now is that technically they're doing exactly what the Life Warriors are supposed to do: take down the Spiral Council.
Yeah, don't worry, Lance. We're totally going to take down the Spiral Council, all right? We're going to
So
put
that
the
means,
Spire under new management.
yeah, I know that was the whole plan. But first, we need to convince the real people that we're actually the good guys, and you
The
get
real
where I'm
who?
going.
Oh, yeah, I get what you're going. Yeah.
Yeah. Cypher like pinches his brow. In short, big guy. Edmund Miles reported to us about the atrocities that happened at the Nelco district.
Travis was here was one of the original ones being abused by by being anima user too. He even got sent to Nelcro, a holding district, meant to and take this and hear about this, Cymric. Kill a power anima users.
Yeah, man, I
Yeah,
believe in
I
rumors that
believe
there were.
you. I've been there before.
The
You
room
know,
goes quiet and stare at Cymric.
hey, Lance knows of another guy who survived that.
yeah, get
You
out of
were at
town.
Nelcro district?
I
Blaine
call
speaks up.
bullshit. I call bullshit shenanigans.
You can't. Pygmy speaks up. You can't call bullshit shenanigans.
Only
I'll
we
Yeah,
say
but I
you
can.
did.
That's
did.
our word.
Yeah, I truly was there to rescue some friends. Been there twice even.
So you
To
were
take.
there with Edmund. You know of Edmund Miles.
Yeah, I
Hey,
do. But what's he have to do with you guys?
Well,
well, he taught
his
us.
I mean his writing notified us about the anima atrocities across Spiral City taking place in Margaret District, including what I've been through too. His work inspired all the other anima users across Spiral City to finally be angry enough to join a movement. And I created COA, the Coalition of Anima Users, in order to enact that movement and energy for anima users.
Yeah, man, it's about
They already
time we
have
start
our
getting.
they already have our names and addresses. They know our anima powers. The Spiral Council did that what's it called? The uh the Registration Act on
Especially,
us. But even then
yeah,
they
man.
still deem us as monsters and enemies of the state. No more, especially after cutting us off from the Golden Harvest. We need access to the Golden Harvest, man. You're
Do
not
you know
from
why
Spiral.
the harvest is no longer happening?
The Spiral Council controls it, that's why. They're punishing Spiral City for anima users, man. We can't just sit back and let them do this to us. We need to revolt.
I want to talk to Emin about this because this is this.
Hey man, we all
Listen,
want to talk to Edmund.
listen, you're free to leave. Travis speaks up. I'm not holding you or any anima user against their will. Just know that we offer to keep you safe for as long as we can, and if you leave here, we cannot provide any of the safeties for you. Your face is across the spiral net, and while you may not have access to it, a lot of citizens do. And you do stand out as a rather looks up and down, huge guy.
Oh, he's huge, all right.
To the
Yeah,
shadow
he
realm with
is.
you. To the shadow realm with the both of you. Anyone else? Anyone else want to
Evan
make more
found out the
jokes?
hard way by accident during the Emerald Isles.
Okay,
Yep.
extra health for
What?
extra
No,
necropause for you.
I sent him a video. Here you go, Dungeon. You damn party pooper. Oh no, people are enjoying. My players enjoying themselves.
God damn
Bulldog
it!
dancing.
They call us
Um,
monsters and enemies. Meanwhile, Falconio is.
But yeah, I know Edmund, I know Squad Zero. I was going to talk to them anyway.
That's fine. I wasn't. We weren't talking about that. I'm just letting you know. You can stay here, but at our hideout HQ, or you can leave. And they call me. God damn it! God damn it, Trinity.
Trav, but Trav,
Hmm.
you're literally going to tell him, like, he's either fucked if he leaves, or he stays here and tries to be safe. God knows
Well,
all
who
by the
knows where he's
coast.
gonna go? I mean, you gonna stay in Spiral City? You have somewhere to go, big guy? Travis asks.
Like I
By
said,
the
I know
coast.
I know Squad Zero. I need to speak to them anyway. Remember, I was here at the Spiral to rescue my friend Alistair, and because of what happened, I know that he's generally in this area. He sent a message via the Anima Force.
Well, that's good that you know your friend's safe, but he still needs to be rescued. We'll help you save your friend at the lower spire. If you know Squad Zero, though, you gotta be careful. They do work for Travail Police Department, and Travail Police Department ultimately uh, goes to work for Travail City Hall,
Conspiracy,
and
man.
they basically have. Oh, that's actually pretty dope. What the fuck is Zelfie streaming that has 50 viewers?
By the Emperor.
Repo.
That'll
Uh,
do it.
she's got the personality for it. Is
True.
Ah.
is,
What
is
game?
she is she co-op streaming or is it just her?
Yeah, she is, and
Okay.
her little avatar is a little repo guy, and when she talks, it opens its mouth, and her little avatar's in it.
Nah, that's the problem. I wish I was a fucking artist instead of a writer.
That's so
Okay,
cute.
no, los dos.
Trav was like, you really think, like, the dumbass known as McKinley is that, like, complicit with the spiral itself? I mean, he's an idiot. I mean, did you see some of the stuff he does? Come on. I mean, I think if anyone would help us, maybe him. God, Trav, could you imagine we get him on board? Poster boy.
McKinley's dumb enough to help us.
Exactly.
Travis offers, like I said, to Siren that the ability to
Leave.
stay in Koa or leave Koa, but you're still open to come back anyway. But they understand that you are enemy number one. They'll try their best to help you, but like everyone kind of wants you guys because you just blew up the military checkpoint. So be careful
Hey
while
man.
you travel, that's all.
Yeah, hey man, you may want to put some clothing over yourself, or, like, make yourself, like, disappear, or everyone looks at the room, like, look at each other. Take the sewers.
No one would suggest the sewers in the room. No one would.
I would.
Yeah, totally.
I'd consider it, but think better of it.
11 lives down there, and I don't want to see him.
Hmm.
Mm.
So Sarek, what's your ultimate choice here?
Oh my god,
Well,
they would. Well,
no matter what, I really need to see Squad Zero and M, so I have no choice but to go. But can I have, there's some items for me, at least as thanks for helping? I'll pay you in gold if you need it.
he's
Well,
offering, Trav.
yeah. Well, I'm. We can part with one healing item, and I have a relic to give you. Reward
Hey,
for beating the
again, big guy.
for destroying the wall. When helping destroying the wall, you gain one potion. It has one use. It's a full heal for HP and AP. This item cannot be manipulated by artifacts or talents or skills.
Oh,
Sorry, not talents.
I wonder.
Just artifacts, skills, or anima powers.
I look over at Nico. I wonder why he's starting to put that down.
Can't hear you, pug dancing.
Nico pug dancing with Falcone. God, if I was an artist, I'm telling you, I'd draw you guys as pug dancers.
It would be Hell's Wrath pug dancing.
Every God's Walker by doing like the hand movement. Hey, again, big guy, says Seifel. Really try to sell the bit that we need the help. Really, like.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah,
talking
we
to
like
Squad Zero, we do need to speak with the Ranger.
Okay, so call
No, you
what's
don't.
the ranger?
Yes.
Bounce.
No, that was my door creaking.
Oh.
Oh, so.
Okay, I typed it down.
So you're gonna go?
Yeah,
Beast,
I've gotta go to
Beast.
Travail.
Yeah, it was like at least
You're already
10.
in. You're already in Travail.
Yeah, you're like a
Hmm.
10 to 15 miles away from. I said.
It's about an hour walking to get to the police department. It's
Oh,
actually 2 or 3 hours walking.
I was gonna go directly there. I want to go to like a coffee shop or something nearby. I want to write a letter and have my pygmy go to the police station to talk to Yanagata directly.
Thought you already sent your pygmy there.
I
That was
sent my
actually.
pygmy there.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently we're postal service.
No, they're more than just postal stores. They're like a secret tell them like, holy shit, we really are underselling how useful these
The
pygmies are.
Pygmy Express.
It's like a network of pygmies that would communicate with each other to send messages out.
you make
They
your way
literally.
to a cafe, Siren. It's while you're walking around, even just normally, people do kind of stare at you, Cynric. Your paranoia begins to really pick up if they're looking at you because they know you, or you're just a huge fucking dude, Cynric, when you leave the high res. You are, hey, Clay, which one of these people are the anima user? And it's just a couple blank faced people until it's Cynric who doesn't even fit in the frame because he's that big.
It's
I
just
wonder
like
who
a
the
shot
anima
of his
user.
chest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Just a shot of his chest. Say,
No,
Which
who's
no,
the
one of
anima
these
user?
characters is the main character?
Yeah,
no, no,
who's
no.
the main character?
It's the eighth guy to the left. That was the main character. You just couldn't tell because he was using his anima Johnson and Johnson. No,
That's a
ordinary man. There you
Ooh, ordinary
Since
man.
I'm a Mr. Nobody. Or King Nothing.
go. Oh God, King Nothing's such a great song.
Yeah, if King Nothing wasn't already a stand, I would use it.
We just make it a better stand. Besides, they've used names before. I'm sorry, how many times has the Rocky used Earth, Wind, and Fire? Like 5?
He's not wrong. Even use it for an episode title.
Bam.
Even like fucking a pygmy looking down at you, Simon, you get your paranoia kicking off.
You're a big dude, man. Maybe I should call the
Do they
Spire on you.
do they like sew your clothes around you? Do they pour you into that?
I'm just gonna report you because you look funny.
Those buttons are doing her God's work.
Go back to where you came from. Spiral City's for Spiral citizens only.
I'm
Oh,
not with
jeez.
him.
The fuck?
You make your way into the nearest sort of cafe, Cymric,
Stop fucking
and
you.
even then, you still feel the great amount of like uninterest and disinterest in you being inside that space. Everyone just stares at you awkwardly. And even whilst they kind of turn back to their own activities after you step in, some people still continue to do a nervous glance, double, triple staring at you.
This is when we entered the. How does it feel to be the dungeon master for a day? Simulate.
Spyrim is for the Nords.
Little pygmy sitting on the like little chair stops. He's got like the fucking hipster look going on, drinking that soy latte he purposely ordered that tastes like shit, but he does it anyway for social status.
Maybe you can't afford that anyway. Cymric, you look at your pygmy, and you take him out of your pocket, and he looks at you and goes, "Well, what can I do for you?"
What's going on, boss?
Okay, I'm writing this letter, and I need to look to Travail Police Station. I need any one of a squad zero's members to meet me uh near this cafe. Either Yanagata, Lance, or Juniper. If Edmund happens to be there, he can also deliver to him.
You got it, boss.
Got a picture of these people?
He looked like. No, you would know what he would know what Lance would look like.
Well, you know how Lance looks like, don't you?
Redhead
Remember,
guy
he
got
wants
into
to
a
speak
lot of
to you.
trouble. Yeah, I remember him.
You know, I wonder.
Hmm.
Grabs another piece of paper. I want to try draw drawing a picture of Steiner and Juniper.
Make an intelligence check for me.
It's actually really creative.
Yeah, this is where we find out that Simon's hidden ability is actually being an artist.
I want to junction this too, if I'm able to.
Got it.
Sure.
It's like that scene. It's like that scene from fucking Stardust Crusaders where like Don Plano's making that sketch. That's what I'm going in my head right now.
Excuse me.
Fuck off, Will 20.
Well, with the 6, you're able to kind of draw something that looks similar to a face. It's still rough as hell, but you kind of make out what would be a face of a person. A Cymric. You capture Cymric's key hat, and you capture Juniper's key hairstyle. It's enough for people who know what these people look like. The pygmy looks at the picture and goes, "You should probably stay as an anime user, not an artist."
Damn.
Jeez,
I'll be back in
Arnie.
2 minutes.
"Hmm,
I'll be back in 2 minutes.
I'll be back in a few hours. I gotta ask my friends where to go to find the place I'm looking for." And Artie jumps away. "Yeah,
Hold on. I've been there before. I can just point you in the right direction.
where's then?"
Well, Santa will just point to Arnie, or how to find the station because he's been there multiple times before.
Yeah, you've never been to this part of the Travail, though. You're not exactly sure where you need to look. Make another intelligence check. You get advantage because you've been in the police department a few times.
Can I junction this one too?
No, this is a memory check.
Okay.
Oh, did you roll just an 8?
I rolled a 9, then an 8.
Why'd you roll twice? I only said 1.
You said advantage.
Oh yeah, because you live there. Yeah, 9. Sorry. So yeah, you rolled 9. Um, you kind of make a rough idea where you might be, and you give a vague pointing direction. You hope that's the right spot for for Alvin.
Arnie.
Arnie, sorry, Arnie. And Arnie looks at you and goes, "Yeah, okay, I can try to go that direction and figure it out for you." Give this letter to Squad Zero. Got it.
Yes, either the captain or his members, specifically only them. I want you to hand it directly to them.
Okay. The pygmy makes his Arnie makes his way to the police department, or at least what he thinks it is. As he leaves the cafe, Cyrek, a lot of people are just still looking at you. How do you feel?
Pretty goddamn annoyed. So I think if he's gonna just choose to leave instead. Forget even buying a cup of coffee.
You leave the cafe, and it doesn't change, as everyone still kind of stares at you when you leave. And when you're on the street, people driving past kind of slow down in their cars, literally to gawk at you, excuse me. People walking by go out their way to avoid you on the sidewalk, Cyrek.
He was under his breath. God damn it, Koa.
What do you plan to do now? And we'll end off with your choice as we go off to admin.
Well, he said he'd be waiting for Squad Zero near the cafe, so he'd just stay in the general area.
Yeah, you just continue to stand out like a sore thumb. Gawkers would eventually come by looking at you across the street. Some cars may be parked on the other side of the street too. There'd be slowly but surely a crowd of people watching you, Cyrek, taking pictures, recording you. This would be in the span of like 20 to 30 minutes, Cyrek. And as this mob slowly surrounds Cyrek watching him, we return the camera to the morning time for Edmund Miles in the church of Falcone. Green Tea speaks up nervously while sitting up in the pews. Guys, I didn't sleep well. Kept hearing a voice say something about a horns upon my head, and this wasn't a charity place to sleep.
And that dream too, man.
It wouldn't happen to be horns upon my head, eyes full of dread, was it?
Yeah, no. I think you had something going on. Hell's Wrath Arise, but there's something else in between.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Say the whole thing. I can't remember it.
No, don't
Green
worry
tea,
about it.
green tea. Do me a favor. Don't say the rest. It sounds like you're trying to curse all of us. Develop, just slowly try to stretch.
I'll be honest,
Boss,
that's
what are we?
all I know too.
But Edmund, what are we doing here, man?
He said he
Uh,
said we were going to the checkpoint. This is the church.
Why are we going to the checkpoint?
to do the report for the market district?
Oh, hey guys, I remember. It was horns upon my
Don't
head.
do it. Edmund's gonna pull out
Here's
the
it. I.
gambler.
Oh, he stands dumbfounded as shit as you pull out the artifact revolver on him. Oh.
We don't we don't finish that rhyme around these parts.
Okay.
We trust me. It'll be a lot easier if we
Does he
don't
say the?
finish that rhyme.
Does this guy finish the line?
Derek? No, he doesn't have acts. He doesn't know the rhyme actually. Falcone hasn't spent a long enough time around Derek and hasn't even used it around Derek.
Fair enough.
Derek only knows that Falcone is a demon already. He doesn't know Falcone can turn into another demon. That can turn into another form of another demon. And that demon
Speaking
form
of,
can turn into another demon form.
speaking
No,
of,
that one turns into a dragon.
Yeah,
can
yeah.
can
The pseudo
Falcone
dragon.
make a technology a demon?
I'm sorry?
Can Falcone make techno demons?
If you had the intelligence bracket, the skill for it, the skills actually, it would be a multi
So
thing.
so we can turn Novus into a demon. Or to Novus.
What, do you want to do Doom 3 or something? That's how you get Doom 3. And I will leave Lance with a
Lance,
shitty
you
shotgun.
just can't shoot a hole into the surface of the spire.
Doing it.
I'm giving you the shitty Doom 3 shotgun line.
Of course you are.
Mm-hmm. Nico, you do get to have the cool shotgun from Doom Eternal.
But Nico's a
Yippee!
pacifist.
Yippee! Oh, fucking hilarious. Nico's a pacifist. Yippee! Holding the shotgun over his head, not using it
Now
at
I'll,
all.
teach, now I'll teach everyone my peaceful ways by force.
Edmund is going to
Unallow.
continue to keep the gambler out. Not
Hey,
pointing it. Not pointing it.
yeah, hey, look, you don't have to, keep that pointed at me, man.
He's not gonna point it at Green. He's gonna put it down to his side, turn around, and start
Sure.
walking to the door.
Alright, man, I'll leave the church. You don't have to tell me twice. This place gives me the damn creeps. Edmund.
Edmund's
No, sorry, not
eyes,
Edmund.
there's no like hiding Edmund's just eyes are full green at this point. He is pissed.
Okay. Yeah, no, the Green Tea takes the suggestion and gets the fuck out.
No, he's not mad at Green Tea.
He doesn't know that.
Devon walks
He-
over. Hey, I know
But
Green Tea might have messed up.
Green Tea, I'm not mad at you, and he just walks out the door.
Yeah, Green Tea walks out the door. Oh. Captain, maybe you're a little
Uncomfortable.
too harsh on Green Tea. You didn't need to pull a gun on him.
He doesn't know it's not loaded.
I didn't know
Let's
it was
just
not
say
loaded either.
you finish the rhyme, bad things happen. The story goes someone gets thrown off a building. I've personally seen what the wait a minute, hold on.
What is it?
What is it?
The original the leader of the wrecking crew got obliterated.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean Edmund doesn't remember what happened at the prison?
You would have still been at the prison. You would have had a showdown with somebody. You just don't remember who anymore. The details of who it was is like an enigma now. You'll never
No,
remember.
no,
Hmm?
because his original backstory was he repaired the prison after.
The prison scene still happened. Everything he did still happens. It's just now the memory of this person is an enigma. If he owns something like property, it goes immediately to another character or entity to fill that gap. But his specific actions that can't be changed, those just become a blur to whoever tries to remember the original person.
I I worked for the
It would be the Gridiron Assembly, the original name, but now it's the what's it called? The Assembly Gridiron. So AGI.
I worked for AGI repairing the prison. Oh, the stuff I saw your brother do, Victor. And after finding out that that's what happened at the prison, we don't talk about that. There was a
What
lot of
happened?
blood, a lot of mutilated bodies.
It does sound like my brother. He might have got a lot of more excited than anyone else is anticipating.
You, Edmund's gonna look at Victor. You haven't seen your brother's anima, have you?
He
No,
has?
I yeah, I fought with him in the Velcro district when he turned to Hell's Wrath, and then when he did all that
Oh,
crazy shit with Lance.
okay, yeah. Devon, Father Falcone's anima. That's the rhyme. We don't say the rhyme for fear of the anima.
The anima power is that strong or something?
Yes. He ripped a Devon, he ripped a turret out of the wall and proceeded to carry it like it was a small child.
I'd like to let you know that that's not even the top of his abilities. Well, that's not fair. All I can really do with my own powers is create rain clouds. The hell?
Edmund's Edmund's gonna open the door and look for green tea. Green
He's
tea,
outside.
I'm sorry. Green tea, I'm sorry. I'm not mad at you.
Yeah, well, don't
It's
wave a
just
gun at me, man.
okay. So that rhyme is connected to a very powerful anima. We don't say.
You guys exit the church. Edmund, where do you plan to go?
Are there people still at the checkpoint?
Well, it's kind of far from you, but you can see the smoke. You can see the smoke is now like from the morning that we are now on Tuesday morning. You can see that the smoldering pile is occupied as a checkpoint. You can't tell who's there, but there's a large enough presence of the military presence. You can at least see APCs lined up as a checkpoint blockade. They're definitely trying to keep this area locked out.
Alright. Edmund is going to get as close as possible he can to the checkpoint.
How are
But
you gonna
like,
do this? On foot?
yeah,
Driving?
on foot. Like, yeah, the Falcones Church isn't that far away from the checkpoint, right? It's like a 10
Yeah,
minute
it's like
walk.
10, 15-minute walk, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna take out his little notepad that is his mind and
Excuse me.
go on a nice little light lit walk.
No, it's a morning, but yes, Squad Goldschlager follows after you, including featuring Green Tea, because he's not a member.
Featuring green tea.
Yep, he's not a true member.
Nobody's a member of Cobra, and that's what counts.
We're still doing Cobra?
Nova?
Yes.
I thought you called it Koa because you couldn't remember what Cobra stood for.
No, 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 no. They made their own abridged of Cobra. They have no idea Cobra exists.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Cobra is another entity within Travail that had short-lived because Myron kind of up and disappeared, and no one else picked up the tab other than Falcone. But Falcone disappeared, and the welfare checks with Derek didn't go well enough for them to keep being interested in giving more Anima users to the church because Derek's kind of fucking weird. Ah. So Cobra kind of only exists in paper on paper somewhere. Co was
Oh
the currently active Anima group.
yeah, it's the current members are Green Tea and Victor. I owe a
Again,
favor to Victor.
yeah, again, one current guy who's with Squats Goldschlager, and then another one with just Green Tea being a friend. He's just
Yep.
chill like that.
Okay,
You,
so we're going to get as close as possible that we can, but not piss off the military. We are just here to take notes and make a report for the market district.
it's while you get closer to the situation that you definitely see huge crowds of people being blockaded away from the area. The ground forces here are reinforced with armored trucks, and there are justices standing, even in the city blocks leading outside of the market district. They've pushed so far out of the checkpoint area, even into Travail itself, with these justices. There are three of them standing. They they block the entirety of the ability to walk any closer than 2 miles within to the wall. So this
Oh, he was
mhm.
yeah, he was just gonna get as close as possible. He
No,
wasn't
no,
gonna
not that,
like
no, no, within a mile of the wall. Sorry, not 2 miles, but within a mile of the wall. So they're pushed into travail to keep people out of that area. You can see the military presence of the Spiral Council. They have a lot of foot soldiers, a lot of APCs, and three justices. One of them is noticeably damaged, like has a couple of damage and wounds across its chest plate, head, and arm units.
is there any like soldiers around, or is it just the justice that's blocking? Like,
There's three justices, and a lot of foot soldiers.
and there's nobody else, it's just them.
There are people protesting or talking or trying to see what's going on further ahead behind them. You can see that the Spiral Council is trying to move some sort of equipment, construction equipment, into the debris area to fix it all. They're trying desperately to keep anyone who's trying to sneak around away from the giant hole. There are periodic gunshots and yelling. They're periodically demanding everyone back the fuck up. It's chaos. It's stressful.
Can Edmund see like the damage of the wall, or
It's a fucking half of no one can hide it. It's just a huge chunk of the sky missing. It's noticeable because there's two halves of the wall, other half of the walls that are still standing, and then there's just this huge 2 football length sized stadiums of a wall just missing.
Man,
uh?
what a shit show, says a pygmy eating
All
his
right,
like
hold on.
sandwich.
Victor speaks up. There seems to be a real shit show around here. A giant hole in the wall. That explains why they're so mad, like hornets.
Can Edmund approach one of the justices?
They're behind the military wall of APCs and foot soldiers. They don't stand
Oh,
in front of them. Yeah.
Did any of those
Uh,
APCs look like the Dononkel?
Absolutely. They're just painted black. And with obviously the Spiral Council insignias on them.
is there any markings on the ground, like there was a fight, or was it pretty cleaned up?
Oh my god.
I'll even give you the advantage because you have dust and ashes. You can clearly tell it was an explosion, dude. It's the clear signs of explosive marks everywhere across the surviving parts of the wall. The ground has skid marks that demonstrate a high explosive yield being used. That wall went topside, dude. It exploded.
And it was definitely an anima.
According to what you felt previously, it had to be, yeah. Someone harnessed the power of anima in order to create a nuclear, so not a nuclear bomb, but a high explosive yield bomb.
And is it like nuclear level damages, or are we
No, no,
going?
but
Okay.
definitely high yield, very high yield.
Like this is like 500 kilogram bomb type shit.
Something akin to that. Yeah, it's a very strong bomb.
Edmund is going
A daisy
to
cutter, if you will.
uh Edmund's going to try to get even closer. He's
And
gonna like try to
you push through the crowd to finally get up to the physical guards who are holding up riot shields and with batons. They continue to yell at you and the rest of the crowd to back the fuck up. If you don't comply, they will shoot you with bean bags and other type of deterrents until live ammunition is used.
Edmund's gonna kind of like go to the side away and like get his badge out and try to look for someone, like maybe to the side, like off to the side, to try to talk to somebody. But he's definitely gonna keep his badge out. Definitely gonna keep his
You
badge out.
walk through the crowd looking around as you can find a couple of the security police officers pushing up into the crowds to try to disperse the group to get the fuck away. And as the few times they do so, you attempt to speak with them and they would just yell at you to get the fuck back and stay the fuck away. And as you comply, you see that a few other officers have gathered themselves in a small group and have already talked and are trying to apprehend a supposed suspect. Hey, you, anima user! Stop right there! And 3 of them would be in the pursuit and intimidating an anima user. We need to see your registration forms. The guy speaks up. Hey man, fuck this is a Spiral Council, man. You don't got the permission to do this.
Fuck the police.
Edmund.
He running toward Edmund, or is he?
They walked. They're walking. I wouldn't say away from you, but like a straight line straight ahead of them. It's further for you, but not in distance wise, like away from you. It's but rather lengthwise as they make themselves towards a series of buildings and they step up to oppress the guy. There are onlookers telling them to back off, but no one stops the 3 of these lower spiral police force men from intimidating this person.
I'm just gonna walk up slowly and just kind of like peek his head around. Hey, buddy, I would just comply if I were you.
Hey, who the fuck are you? Up against the wall too.
Emmett's just gonna sigh and just stand against the wall.
The
Badge and
pygmy, the pygmy on
you
the
need to
side of you. Oh, is that the first time?
you need to see my registration.
Good. You know what the procedure is. Hurry up then. Come on.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking cop. And he's like, takes out his ID and shows him the badge. I'm trying to get a report for the market district
He takes a look at
of.
the badge and passes it back to you. Fucking officers of the Spiral City don't have any jurisdiction around here. It's locked down to lower Spiral Council of lower Spiral military personnel only. You should have got the update by your chief executive officer. And if you didn't, that's your fault, not ours. Get the fuck back now.
I was just gonna shrug and walk back.
The
Oh
other
no, he
Anima
takes out his
user
gun.
escapes with you. Hey man, thanks for covering for me, man. I really appreciate that. The kind of chubbish guy looks at you. Ah, I didn't know what they were gonna do if they intimidated me further, man.
Uh,
Definitely pissed my pants.
so who are you?
I'm just just a working citizen. We all need the old golden harvest, you know. I have like 2 kids and a wife.
Are you an anima user?
No, I'm just a regular citizen in Travail.
Oh, somebody should tell Mayor Flame Wrath what's going on.
I'm
They
sure.
probably already
I'm.
know.
I'm sure Flame Laugh is already aware of the situation. I hope Flame Wrath has a plan for this too. They have been very efficient about the Anima movement and keeping people safe from the Anima users. Flame Wrath put out that curfew for Anima users, Anima user power restriction laws and regulations. He's worked real close with the Anima user community, so I'd be really hard pressed that she wouldn't help now. Though Koa is an extremist group. You're not
Telling me.
part of Koa, are you?
No, I'm a member of Goldschlager. Squad Goldschlager in the Market District. I'm like your Squad Zero?
Oh, you're an Anima police. Yeah, Anima police, right?
Yeah.
Well, keep up the good work if you're a good officer. Don't abuse your power.
Oh,
Maybe I did.
Too late.
Maya, trust me. My power has not been used. So, Emin kind of looks to the wall. Looks at the wall. Uh, let's just say every good power has a cheap copy.
Oh, well. Well, if you insist, I'm gonna take the opportunity and just get away for now. It looks like they're really serious about rounding people up, and I'm not gonna stick around and figure out what's gonna happen if we don't leave yet.
Yeah.
The more human
Emin,
parts of the crowd begin to disperse as Edmund, you notice that the few remaining would must be Anima users, because the 10 or 12 of you still standing defiantly, as they continue to tell you guys to back the fuck up with guns pointed at you and shit.
Emin's gonna back up to a safe distance, like again to the safe distance, like kind of like a large way from the crowd, but still he's gonna continue to watch.
You would see that the wall is being worked on. They're bringing construction equipment here. As far as you can see from where you're standing, they have they have heavy military presence in the walls being rebuilt as soon as possible. They're not waiting for long.
The anima users are still there.
The Anima users have dispersed with you guys. You guys made half of the other group of Anima users, so the other 5 or 6 leave. The 10 of you together were kind of intimidating, but as you guys left, the military presence backs up into the lower spire, more of the street of the checkpoint itself to keep people away. And with the crowd basically gone, they just continue to maintain a sense of order within in front of the debris of the destruction of the wall, the military checkpoint.
Good. Edmund's gonna approach again, this time with his badge in his hand.
And as you approach, two of the
He's gonna
lower
have like
spiral
his hands
officers
up.
make their way up to you, Edmund, and go, "Hey, let me tell you, get the fuck away for the last time."
I hold on. How do I want to phrase this? I have knowledge of the people who did this. If you want, that's another reason I came here.
Okay.
Their faces are all
Evie,
placid around them.
Edmund, are you sure this is the choice you want to make?
Do I want to destroy Koa's reputation? I'm not going to throw Steinrick under the bus.
Evie, this is like a huge decision. You know that, right?
Yeah. But on the same point, these guys are terrorists. And I'm conflicted because here's my reasoning, right? I'm not going to throw Steinrick under the bus.
Never
He's
said
already
you
been thrown
would.
under the bus. But he's definitely going to throw Travis down touch on the rest of Koa. But the way I'm thinking of is if they can prove a little bit, if he can prove a little bit that not all Anima users want to destroy the lower Spire gate and want to actually do this like legitimately and have, if he can just say, hey, this was an outlier, these groups are extremists and they're on our board, then it's not going to, it's probably not going, it's going to stop the crackdown. Hopefully, not stop the crackdown, but ease up on the crackdown. Because the way I'm seeing it is, the Spire's just going to use this as like every Automa user, and that's what Edmund is trying to stop.
Maybe you think that would work by offering yourself up to speak with the
Oh,
lower spire? By all means, take your choices.
what do you all think?
Dude, like you got to remember, these aren't just regular people you're dealing with. They clearly like have quite of abuse of power to a lot of those stuff, and we have heard many of tell like anime users disappearing. I think what you should do is probably just regroup with everybody and like try to make a more of a sound decision. Cause like I'll be real with you. Yeah, I kind of do this shit like this all the time too, but this feels even more crazier. Throwing
There's
yourself with a
also the
blind.
fact that M's reality are gonna be attacking Spire now, and it's gonna be vulnerable. So we gotta make sure the situation doesn't get worse.
That's another thing too. Like with the
I think we gotta show Akoa that Nelcro is gone, so they should just chill out.
Yeah, sure. Necro's gone. Don't ignore the Proto Man facility. No, sorry, not
Falcone,
Proto Man.
Falcone, and Micro Novus in his pocket, both pug dancing.
I think I was just thinking that.
Neo Proto Man, says fucking Falcone, impressed by the power of
Upgrade.
deep, yeah,
Upgrade.
demon blood upgrades.
Then it wouldn't be Neo Portalman, no, Neo Portal Man. It'd be just Demon Portal, Demon Portalman, Protoman.
Well, they are new, so Neo applies.
Yes, Neo, but they're demon, so it's not really new. They're just demon.
They're new.
New to
News to
what?
me.
They had demons. You just take the.
Nah, looks new to me.
I mean, like, there's no anime researching going on anymore. It's just Proto Man, portable. Like Evie, this is seriously huge decision, and I don't know which way the sails are gonna blow for you, because right now, Captain, I see that storm coming, and you're gonna try to thrust yourself in that, in there. Best suggestion I can give
Hey,
you is
homeless
just
kid. Hey, homeless college dude. What you got to say?
Yeah, homeless college student. What you gotta say?
Man, don't put me in the spotlight. I barely know what's going on.
The checkpoints being well, the military checkpoint blew up. That's what we talked about.
Yeah. No,
And
no, I know.
yeah,
No.
But
No,
like I
you
don't, but
missed
like
the
I don't
point.
understand. I don't understand the deeper cultural implications of all this. You know what I mean?
the
Yeah,
Spire
because
will
first of
be
all,
really mad because they have their thing blew up. If any more aggression happens, they'll blame it on Anima users. They have already done so, and that's what led to the Nelcro district. What do you think they're
And
going to
that's
use for an excuse now that they blew up a literal military checkpoint?
what Edmund is trying to prevent. It's
my
All
by
right,
giving up Koa.
Edmund, you're gonna have to give him the smolder.
but why else did they?
I think
Because the
if you just bat your eyelashes at him real hard, maybe they'll forgive us.
Maybe that'll work. Put the razzle dazzle on it.
Or sorry, maybe if you bat your eyelashes at them really hard, they'll forgive us.
you,
This is like a really like pitiful, sad-looking pygmy.
they all look like that. Come on, man.
No, I feel like most pygmies are a little nefarious.
Um, Evie, man. Like, remember, they got radicalized by your wards, so the council may look at that action as
Literally your fault.
yeah, basically, they'll try to look at you like, yo, you may have tried to tell us about Koa, and the legal structure, but they're calling you the responsibility for what happened. So thereby, we're doing the same thing. There
All right,
needs to be a massive amount of people to suffer as a
I know.
sign of, I said, punishment, so no one else does it again.
I know a lot of things from the 30s are becoming popular again, but we don't need to make collaboration one of them.
um, I okay. Here's my thing. All right, this is my
Mhm.
proper 2 cents. All right, Evie,
Yeah.
do what Edmund would do. Don't give a shit about the rest of us, because at the end of the day, we get to deal with the consequences of your actions. As long as they make sense for what your character would do in any given moment, you're staying true to your character and staying true to the game.
Sure.
Hmm.
You know, just remember that if Nico calls you a slur, I don't feel that way about you.
I think so too.
Puts his hand on your shoulder with a smile. This smile's so unreassuring though.
Oh my lord.
I might just say it right now, even.
Wide toothy smile, teeth a little separated too. Like you can see you know, it's one of those like unsettling. What did you think? I was just gonna belt out a slur? I don't-
Sad. No, because
Oh.
when you said I'll say a slur, he's like, yeah, I'll say it with rain.
Uh, I would not do that on stream.
No,
On
but-
stream
Mhm.
is the key word there.
I
Edmund's
would
just gonna
not
turn
say a
around.
bad one on stream.
Edmund is gonna turn around and walk.
Yeah, turn
away.
around, you flamboyant person of interest. Maybe you're an anima user, we can't tell, but you definitely don't dress like an NPC.
You know
Edmund's
what?
gonna look at.
Maybe
Edmund's
we
gonna.
all just. I think we all just have to buy like branded T-shirts and jeans and just walk around in those.
No collar having asses.
Edmund's gonna look at Victor. He's gonna walk. We're gonna walk back to the marketplace with the police department car, and tell Victor to take him to Travail.
What? Run that back by me?
Travail Police Department.
Walk back to the Travail Police Department?
No, take the car to the Travail Police Department, the one outside of Falcone's church.
Oh, the mobile, the church
Yeah.
mobile.
No, the
No, no.
marketplace police department car.
They came in a police department car. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Of course, Captain. Come on, let's get to the car. You guys, huff back over, get into the car, and for the Tuesday afternoon, drive your way over to the Shrubvale Police Department. You find that your travel to the police department actually takes you quite some time. Traffic's a little bit of a cunt, and there are a lot of panicked people on the outside of the police department. Excuse me. Edmund, as you park the car, as not Edmund, you don't have driving. Victor's driving. Edmund, as the car gets parked, excuse me, a pygmy walks up to the window. Hey! Knocks on it. Hey!
Oh, Edmund looks down at the pygmy.
It's
Hey,
yours.
Need
what's
your
up?
windows
Wheels.
washed?
Oh,
Eh. Hey!
Edmund picks up wheels.
Hey! He hands you a reply note.
What does it say?
So this was a note to who again?
Uh, basically Juniper, yada yada. The call-in.
Juniper would have replied back with the pygmy note that
She has a
she's gonna
pygmy.
contact you as soon as possible. That they're just busy dealing with the current outbreak, and that Flame Wrath has all Squad Zero on full alert. They are actually trying to mobilize Squad Zero right now.
All right, Edmund's.
Oh my god, wait! Hey,
I
got
take
you.
it.
Look,
I take it the police department is packed. They can't just like walk in, or is the doors locked?
There's a lot of fucking people on the outside of it. And few officers on the outside trying to keep people out.
I mean, I guess you can just go inside and tell, go to request. I don't know.
Yeah,
Also,
yeah. Edmund's gonna push back, past everyone and walk up to like the police officers and flash his badge.
Hey, sir, we need you to go back. He looks at your badge. You don't have any
okay, bro.
jurisdiction here. What are you doing
I
here?
need to I need to speak to Squad Zero,
By order of
specifically
Flame
the
Wrath,
range.
Mayor Flame Wrath. They're on specific duty. Yeah, I said duty. They have a specific role
You
right
did.
now. On a specific job of handling the explosion incident that happened at the lower spire checkpoint.
Are they
They are.
there?
I
Because we
can't.
just came from the lower spire and they weren't there.
They're
We're
still
trying to
here in
meet
the
up.
office.
Okay, we need to go talk to them because that's what we have. We have information about the lower spire attack.
All right, come on. I'll take the three of you then.
Ghost, real quick. Does that mean this entire time they've been calling up the door knocker to reach Lance?
We'll get to that when we get to that.
Yeah! That's gonna be the funniest conversation. Lance, you finally picked. Hello, Falcone. Oh no.
Our
You're like the
session's
third
wrapping up
fourth.
this week. We're gonna wrap it up where our next week we'll start with Edmund, following up with the Squad Zero information. Cyric, you awkwardly waiting outside the cafe. More and more of the crowd of Spiral citizens watching you and reporting you. Falcone driving the door knocker. Surprised that Falcone's even able to stay in one piece and not catching into flames about driving Lance's car.
I don't want it to catch fire.
I don't want to set the car on fire.
Lance, you begin to continue to drive your way to making to West Bay. As you do, your cutscene specifically ends with us being able to see, even from where you are, the dark clouds that loom over West Bay.
And you see, like, Lance kind of stops Akira style with the bike,
Oh my
and he
god.
sees the. Yeah, of course. Hey, it was gonna happen eventually. I pulled the band-aid.
Akira!
Lance,
Ah!
Lance looked at the sky, and then like you see like literal ghost Lancelot walking behind him. Like, see, I told you so. 3 for 3, jackass. Now let's get the hell out of here. Back to Travailing, and you're going back. Oh, you are a glutton for punishment. You know that?
It's just Jimmy Barnes screaming in the clouds.
Our cutscene with Nico
Oh,
ends with Nico working on his project of the common relic, not realizing the time constraints he will be putting himself in.
Yeah.
yeah, the pygmies are watching him.
Excuse me.
Oh, he speed it up. You gotta hit the the command
You
action.
had, no, you had to pay the $15 speed up. Gotcha.
Who do I cash app it to?
Ah, yeah, no. I can't start doing that.
Fuck. Come on, Mr. DM. I'll slide you a crisp $5 bill.
Falcone, the cutscene comes to you as you're driving the door knocker. A ringing noise begins to play off of the dashboard panel, and the
What
number
the hell is that?
Juniper Wobbles as the caller
Who
ID.
the hell is Juniper Wobbles?
Waffleist.
Eclipse speaks
Gesundheit.
up. Yeah, Eclipse speaks up. Hey, isn't that part of Squad Zero? You guys?
Oh, maybe that is Juniper then, yeah?
What is a juniper?
Eclipse reaches over and clicks the call accept button. Huh, Lance? Lance, you there?
No, he's
Oh,
not.
thank.
What the? Falcone? Oh, Falcone, did you kill Lance?
No?
Gotta, it happened.
I owe you 22. I owe you 20 gold.
Falcone kills Lance. They open the Golden Harvest in celebration.
Put it
Okay,
back.
Lance
It's a
is
false
dead.
alarm. Juniper speaks up. So where's Lance then? Why are you in the
He's
door
go-
knocker?
He's going to, and I quote, check on his property.
In West Bay?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah, I know. Who fucking cares, right?
No, I mean like
Jesus.
he's like shrugging off his job in Travail. Like he really can't keep doing that.
Well, I think he's going to keep doing it.
Well, I'm gonna have to scold him when I see him again. Where have you been?
Down giant
Literal,
I've been,
actual, for real
I've been
hell.
helping him.
That's not any better. Juniper yells. Helping a dumbass isn't a good idea.
No, well, it's more like chaperoning, which I expect to be paid for.
What? Why?
Oh, hey,
Just
if we're
take it
getting
out of
paid,
the McKinley fund.
We don't have
Hey,
a McKinley fund. We have a McKinley
Oh,
building
you should get one.
collateral fund.
Yeah, that fund.
Why
Peters,
should
what
we
do you want?
allocate you anything?
Oh, because then you'll have the Falcone fund.
No idea you said that, Falcone.
Hey, listen, Juniper. We just got back from being in a giant hole for a while.
You guys literally jumped into the hole, the Cataclysm District?
Yes.
More like a controlled fall. To be
There's
fair.
a lot. Yeah, there's a lot to digest.
I'm not gonna ask anymore. Falcone, you need to get back to the police department. Mayor Flamerath needs us.
Oh, that's fucking nice. I'm sorry I don't remember working for her.
Well, we work for the police department, right?
On paper.
He's summoning Squad Zero on
Oh,
phone. No, they are
oh,
summoning
that's
Squad Zero on phone.
busy.
Wait,
I'm
can't-
following a lead.
Eclipse
Falcone,
looks over.
you can't be
Wait.
busy.
Mm,
Eclipse looks over. Oh, I thought we were driving back to the police department anyways.
he's gonna turn his head slowly to look at Eclipse. Once again, that grinding stone sound. Listen, if I can fit it in my schedule, I'll take the call from what's her face.
Their face.
Flamerath.
Yes, Mayor Bubblebath.
Where's Lance? No, he said he's going to West Bay, right? God damn it.
Yes.
He didn't no phone on him or anything?
Do I look like his caretaker?
You were
Yes.
chaperoning him, so I gotta take his
Oh, I better get goddamn paid.
Yeah, let Lance pay you. You chaperoned him.
No, I think
Okay.
that well's dry.
We will pay you when you work for the city, not for keeping an eye on Lance McKinley.
All right, fine. Next time he has a dumbass idea, I'm gonna let him do it. I'm going to encourage him.
Hey, Falcone, we're gonna go fight the enemies of reality.
You go get him, chomp.
Eclipse like chimes in. Wait, hold on. Look, I think the Church of Heaven might have a phone. It's someplace in West Bay. Maybe you can try to reach Father Killjoy from there.
Yeah, but that sounds like an extreme amount of metagaming for Lance not to know what to do.
Eclipse.
I'm saying
He's
Clips
saying.
could say that, but I'm saying Lance not
I thought
doing
that's
it.
who he was saying it as. I don't know anymore.
No,
Yeah,
he's talking as
I hear
Eclipse.
so
I
many
get
voices.
he talks. He's
Huh?
talking as Eclipse, but I'm saying as Lance doesn't make sense because he's going straight for a different reason back to West Bay.
Yeah, but like I'm saying, like, well, if
We
the
literally need a
what's going on,
pager system.
yeah, we really do. Lance needs a
Micronovus, get to
phone.
work inventing a pager.
That's not how I
But
work.
like,
But if you got me to Travail, if you got me to
Necro.
Nelcro District, shit, I'll do anything.
Oh, we're not going to worry about pagers once we get you plugged into the main system, lad. No, that's when the fun starts.
Are you committing to terrorist actions over there?
You'd know, wouldn't you, Lance?
At Juniper, but what? Well, like,
Listen,
if
I
enemies of
don't know
reality,
where Lance is. He's going to West Bay. He's gonna go check on his cardboard box.
Do we have any leads on Alistair? Tell me you guys found something. If you and Lance found something about Alistair in that hole.
oh, someone's.
I
Woo.
could, but that would be a lie.
God, by the spire. Why'd you
If
spend all the
only
time down
Sandvik
there
was
then?
here.
I was paid an exuberant amount of gold.
Well, then you're. Get
When that
here
lady,
when you can.
when she said by
Oh,
the spiral, did she mean by the spiral council?
And when you talk to Lance again, tell him to call me. I have a fucking thing or two to tell
okay.
him.
Say,
Shit.
Juniper, I keep seeing these signs on the roads. They have funny numbers on them.
That means the speed limit, Falcone. You're obeying the speed limit, right?
Yes.
You immediately hear the soundtrack for Crazy Taxi. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is just fucking blaring it down the road.
And last but not least, Cyrek will be the last scene we cut off with him just waiting outside awkwardly from the cafe. We end with your scene, Cyrek, with the police officers slowly pulling up with cars. You're a big man, Cyrek. You stand out really well. Next time, in Spiral City, and it's just like a dramatic cut. Lance is fighting a pygmy to get back his stuff. Falcone blew up the door knocker by driving into a wall. Nico flunked
No,
college.
I drove into a gate that wasn't locked.
Fine, gate that wasn't locked. Nico flunks college, gets into pygmy cockfighting.
And how's Arnie doing?
He's
Oh,
Arnie,
he's a champion.
Arnie, yeah, he'd be fucking great at that stuff. No, but if you're asking about seriousness, like Arnie, he's still traveling to the police department, doing his job for you. It's gonna take him some
Okay.
time, but he'll get it done. Sarek,
They
we
just
do leave you with just police officers pulling up two cop cars to walk towards you. Oh boy.
oh boy.
I hope you guys enjoyed this week's session.
Shares a
Yeah, man.
notion.
If you guys have any
Lord
comments,
help Steinrich.
well, that's what happens.
Fucking Koa. I'm Extension
Hey,
Edmund.
Uh,
Yep.
based session. I wish to go cuddle my wife.
Good night.
Have a good
Uh,
night.
bye bye.
Bye.
Oh.
Cuddling
No,
sounds good. Get over here, Tails.
I wish I could, dear.
hey, you know what you should do, Simon? You better call Pygmy. A word full of Pygmy answers his phone. Yeah, I'm a lawyer. Yeah,
Oh,
I
is
know.
his name Saul?
No.
It's
Oh,
Paul.
Oh, okay, so Paul Badman, got it.
Oh! I take out a revolver and I blow 3 bullets in the back of the red pygmy's head. Ah!
I'll be back. Paul's dead.
Sometimes
You
you need a
can't kill an
criminal.
idea.
Can't kill an idea. Shut fuck. Oh my
You need a
god.
criminal lawyer.
Oh.
The secret is crime.
Lance is back on the surface with Falcone. How will these two powerhouses that we just demonstrated how powerful you guys are? How are you guys going to help handle the face of the changes in Spiral City? How's Edmund going to handle
Well,
the wall situation?
seeing it now, it's so funny. I mentioned it earlier. It's like these, the people we're walking with are afraid of the legacy, the prophecy that the life oils will destroy the Spiral Council. It's just hilarious to me that there was a proxy fake council that's sitting right there right now. Like, huh?
Foreheads.
This is hilarious as fuck.
As my favorite director once said, "Oh, it's like poetry. It rhymes."
It was.
It's like pottery. It rhymes.
Oh yeah,
It's
hey,
like poetry.
they're actually releasing that Grogu movie.
I fucking hate life.
Emperor
The
preserve us.
I'm still staunchly against Oblivion being remade. Just,
Being remade in the Unreal Engine, I don't blame you.
I just
The
look
I
at.
cheap
gotta go.
expansion.
Take it easy, man.
Take
I
it easy.
Yep, I
Be
got an
safe, hon.
appointment at
I love you.
8:45. All right, I
Good
love you
luck.
too. Good night.
Yeah, we're just yapping at this point.
Yeah.
I'm just against the remake since I'm a staunch original or vanilla dude. It was good when it was there. Please just make new product. Why are you remaking old product? Please stop rehashing
Remember
old
when Elder
product.
Scrolls 6 was announced and we still see nothing of it?
Yeah,
Well,
because
because
Todd. Mhm.
I was gonna say like what I see is that they abandoned the creation engine and they're going for Unreal 5. This is
I
why
thought
they're
you were gonna
remaking.
say, oh, they're too busy porting Skyrim to Switch 2 to do anything about it.
Yeah, it's gonna be $80 on the Switch.
They're gonna port it to the Switch too. I fucking am crying.
They're
God.
gonna port. I said they're gonna port Skywind, The Last of Us 1 and 2, and Resident Evil the original and the remake.
Wait a minute, can you play Skyrim on your phone?
Not yet.
Playing on fucking
Hold on,
originals.
now I gotta Google this.
I fucking bet you can.
You can technically play it on your fridge.
Yeah, you could play on the fridge.
Okay, it's not on mobile phones, smartphones. That's surprising.
I think that's bullshit because I think you can get emulator to do it. Oh, careful there.
I'm okay.
Not OG, but Skyrim Online can be played on the phone. Says GameMate.
Dave the Dival.
I am excited to continue to reveal more and more of Spiral City to you guys. Also, damn.
Here?
You guys are still here except for Eevee, but that's fine. There would be one cutscene I need to get Eevee updated on with Nico as well. But Nico wouldn't really know who the character is, but the cutscene would be Fives slipping through the military checkpoint finally and making his way back up through the lower spire.
Oh, hey, check this shit out.
And it's just a small
Well,
reminder, that's the guy with the the first
the
time I
magic
introduced someone, yeah, someone using Magicite. Yep. He's, he's one of the very first direct, like, yeah, he uses Magicite people I pulled up on the roleplay.
yeah, he's like also one of the luckiest people to counsel Lance and was it still Alistair at the time?
No, Cyric. Because he met
Yeah.
Cyric and Lance. Which is weird as
Huh?
hell, because what the fuck was Lance doing in East Bay?
What do you mean East Bay?
Because the
He
whole thing
collapsed.
happened at East Bay.
No, it happened in. It happened.
Oh, because you brought him around. That's why. Because you guys are the silver.
They brought fives around. Lance in Cyric met fives back in Travail. He fell
Yeah,
from the sky in Travail District.
during the silver apocalypse incident.
Yeah, after the Silver Apocalypse, just suddenly fucking fell out of the sky. And both of them like, huh, you okay, buddy? And then that's when Lance found out that Montesite is basically Anima Pal.
How do you feel about giant robot being powered by Anima power?
That's concerning.
Well, no, it's not impossible. It technically mean the machine would be like 1-to-1 ratio to it, and the stats would be like Stone, Hoff, Fluck.
Ah, ha 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 ha. He's talking about a different role play system. I know I have my own shit for giant robots. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know you do. But yeah, like why use Anima Pal? Lance takes out the medium-sized life crystal. Well, we got these bad boys. Look at this bitch. He's like happily slapping it.
What's Falcone gonna do with his medium light crystal?
Probably figure out a way to use it later, like in a customized robot or some such. Oh, you bastards.
Dude, custom Robo.
Poor Alistair's still in that fucking room. Guys.
Alistair! There was literally like an army between us now and getting into the little spiral. I hate to say it to you, like, this little homie has to wait. Also, enemies of reality back my home crib. God damn it. Can't have anything nice in this fucking district.
If only you told Sandrick about their plan to invade the Spire. He probably could have made an effort to stop Travis and friends.
Invade this. We didn't even know the spiral was a fake council until literally after you made the explosion. Well, around the same time the explosion went off. So, and you would have need to come with us to the hole to figure that out.
Sandrick
Like,
still will take it. I need to come where now?
giant hole in the ground. Don't be a bitch. You blew up a checkpoint. This should be like a cakewalk.
Get in the hole, Lance says loudly. Get in the hole.
Well, that's a forced way to ask.
Oh my god, ever since we got out of the hole, there's like, that was a code of people, like, believing those people living in the hole. Shooby doop doop ba doop ba dee doop. They come back, they'll see this whole cult group fucking doing, like,
They're sacrificing
mine?
pygmies to the hole.
Yep, the pygmies
The
fucking.
Hamilton's just hovering in the air as they sacrifice him again. No, wait, man, chill, not this time, not again.
Stop! I just float. This is very inconvenient.
No, like, but you don't understand, Kalis. Like, as soon as it gets nighttime, the people leave. The pygmies slowly crawl out of the hole because they're hugging, grabbing onto the stalagmite near the walls.
No, I
So
have
like,
no plans to make demon protoman.
so they just
What?
keep throwing
That's
the
how
same
you
pygmies.
make competition.
But listen, you understand. Every time they throw pygmies down the hole, it's the same pygmies because they keep throwing the same ones.
Oh no, that's what they're doing. It's the hustle.
They get to do as a tax write-off.
Oh my fucking
Giant
god.
robots, justices defending the checkpoints. How
Oh,
is
hey,
Lance gonna punch anything nowadays?
I mean, like, shit. Lance can beat up Justice. You fucking joking me?
I can't wait to see you fight Justice. That'd be great to see.
Yeah. Fuck him. Who the fuck do you think you are?
Lance's
I got.
famous last words. Fuck him.
Oh, look at you. You're powered by Magicite. Guess what, Chuckle Nuts? I have a technique that can take on Magicite out of you, and it starts hitting a the Leonic fighting style. get smoked. And it's non-anima related, so you can't make a billion out of it. And what's that? All that energy you stored up is going down, down, down the drain. I wonder what's Lance is just glowing with excess anima energy. I wonder where it went. Fuck.
Depending on fuel efficiency, because why drive giant robots if it's gonna be a sitting duck to a hover fins drive by?
Dude, Kalis, you know what we could do?
Hmm.
Try Black Star Attack.
Black TriStar.
Black
Yeah, Black
TriStar.
Tri-Star Attack. We just do that to a fucking Justice. And as soon as like the hit that would like the main hit lands, all three of them start spinning around the Justice and start lacing them up with the energy bullets.
Well, we do have an interesting series of events happening in Spiral City. I do hope you guys have been enjoying the twists and turns and the story that comes up with it has been coming up with it so far. If you guys have any uh conversations you want to have, like changing direction in certain things, or you have different intentions, or anything at all, just feel free to message me and talk to me about it. Otherwise, I'm enjoying writing Spiral City. I hope to have these videos created for Spiral City in the near future, and I hope to you guys continue to enjoy playing Spiral City.
Look, man, I'm like anticipating maybe that the Thor times the charm when the Lance gets to finally like, I forgot this guy's name, but his Ranger group make an appearance.
Ranger group?
Oh man, that's gonna be yeah, because like there was like someone chosen in the red, chosen in the yellow, chosen in the.
Oh, Damos's thing. Yeah, that'll happen later. Don't worry.
I guess I'm really hoping like Lance gets to see them this time around. He just kind of looks at them like, "Where the fuck have you been all this time? What do you mean you guys were created for this purpose? Guess who's been fighting this back twice in a row? Going for 3-time champion."
Three-time champion.
Lance just aiming to become the Booker T of fighting back the enemies of reality. Two
Can
more
Lance
times and I
do
get
it?
2 more times and I get a free hoagie. If I do it 10 more times, Falk only lets me live at the chores for free.
Like
Oh,
a
I don't
dead
remember agreeing to that.
check. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I have work tomorrow, so I will catch y'all in the flip side. I'll probably stream tomorrow too. Or
Good night,
today.
Be
bro.
safe, bud.
Good night, bro.
Take
Love
care,
you.
okay,
Have
listen.
fun.
Take it easy, everybody.
Later.
Have a good night.